Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Valorant Open Series number 2, brought to you by Computer Alliance and Intel. Matt, we've come after so many weeks. It's our finals week. It's our finals day. It's our grand final. It's our third place match. How you feeling about it all?
Feeling pretty good, Tony. It's been one heck of a journey to get here, and we are now at the final stretch, having the grand final tonight, as well as our third place matchup. Definitely excited to see exactly how our standings will shape up after the conclusion of tonight, because tonight's the one where it really counts. Every team's going to be taking away some prizes, and I'm keen to see who will come out on top.
Who walks home a winner and who walks home in that third place slot, second and fourth, all to be decided. Who walks home with the cash, Matt? Of course, though, we have to take a look at a broader picture here, how we got all the way to our grand finals. Of course, let's take a look at the league format. We started off with a 16-team double elim best of 3 qualifier bracket. You see some familiar logos there. We had JFT, Mind Freak, Trident, Collateral, Finality, a whole bunch of different teams. A few logos I'm not quite sure of, so apologies to those teams. But Matt, we got from our qualifier to the group stage, we got 4 teams from that qualifier, 4 of the best from the qualifier now to play round robin best of 3s, 3 weeks through. Semifinals just happened last week. We got our first seed out of the semis. We've got our second seed from our second semifinal. First versus second for the grands, and then third versus fourth for a little bit of a constellation prize, Matt. Who will be walking home that little bit richer? Of course, the teams we saw compete through the grueling round robin double best of 3 format. Rain, Honey Badgers, Gym Fan Club, and Trident, or well, ex-Trident as we now know them. And of course, formerly of the Trident banner, I believe, just getting dropped recently or announced that they were departing Trident. So, of course, we know them as Trident, and we'll see them off one last hurrah before they, of course, go under a new name. But Matt, it's astounding that all these teams have been together for so long. We've seen them compete week after week, and they're playing for a little bit more than just glory this evening, aren't they?
Absolutely, Tony. They are playing for a prize pool, as a matter of fact. We do get to take a look at that one now. Big shout out to Intel for supporting our XP Esports League here. $2,000 in a total. It is going to be first place taking away $1,000 there. Second on $500. Third place taking away $300, and fourth place taking away $200. So you can see a pretty decent split there between all of the first to fourth place standings. So I'm certainly eager to see which of the teams will be able to take away all of the respective prizes here.
Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting one, I have to say, as we take a look at our schedule for this evening, Matt. It's 2 matches, of course, as we've seen week after week, and of course none other than match number 1, your grand finals, to start off the evening. Normally we like to save the action for a final hour, but of course Honey Badgers Gym Fan Club getting into the grands in those 2 seeded slots. Rain and Trident going to be battling out for that third place, and of course it's hard to pick a winner between these matches because we've seen teams come from strength to strength. Gym Fan Club made that miracle run, if you could call it that, in that lower bracket semi, where they had to face a Rain that looked a little bit lackluster, and well, hopefully for Rain, they're able to bounce back. Trident lost to Honey Badgers there. They were able to take a map, and it looked like a very close series overall. Honey Badgers just able to squeak them out with the help of that veteran presence that they've been around for quite a while. Trident, a new look roster, and well, hopefully looking to dethrone the reigning kings here. Rain, unfortunately, down in that third place match, can't even contend for the title.
Yeah, unfortunately, they will be about out there into the third place matches. Rain versus Trident here. Going to be playing off that one for our second series of the evening. First one, however, is going to be Honey Badgers taking on Gym Fan Club. Now, we've definitely seen some promise coming through from both of these teams throughout the season so far. They've been real heavy hitters, Tony, and I'm eager to see if Gym Fan Club might be able to find some of that dominance that they did find in their previous series, or whether we could see the Honey Badgers go through.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one as well. We've seen Honey Badgers almost flawlessly swept the other teams in this group, and for a team like Gym Fan Club, it was all about Mike last week. I had to say, and we were definitely astounded by the play he brought to the table on that first map, Icebox, I believe, going absolutely mental. 30 plus kills, a very quick series overall for Gym Fan Club in that semi-final too, and well, hopefully we're looking to see the same kind of magic because Honey Badgers, we've seen they're still, they're struggling to find themselves after, it's been a worrying last few months for them. But of course, they've picked it up. They've still got that team play that's there. We've seen Jelly D come back into this roster, and really, we've seen a lot of the frags start to flow from the side of Honey Badgers.
Yeah, it's really been quite clean so far, but we will be taking a look at the rosters now, Tony. Honey Badgers going to be having a Fulvus, Swirl, and a Suave as their subs. And we do have Milky, Jelly D, Autumn, Cloxy, and Christian Dior. But I believe we have a word in the back end that there is going to be Suave subbing in tonight for Christian Dior. So definitely eager to see how Suave plays alongside the Honey Badgers roster there. But this isn't the only roster coming at us tonight, Tony.
Of course, for the opponents on the other side, not Trident, I believe it is going to be Gym Fan Club. I'll go through the roster for you while we quickly sort that out. It's Mike, Anti, Merza, Sicko, and Netic. And, it's been interesting for this Gym Fan Club roster, I have to say. Of course, I believe we will have Sicko in place of Has recently coming onto this roster, and I have to say, we saw Has over in some other leagues. Not too bad of a performance on the Duelist, I have to say. And, well, Gym Fan Club, it's a few of the players from Fun Crew. It's a few of the players that are still floating around, kind of LFT, trying to find where they really want to end it off. But, of course, I have to look at this roster, Matt, and I have to look to players like Mike, as we said, put up a stunning performance in the semifinals, but as well, look to players like Merza and Netic. We saw Netic last week really come into his own as, filling out this Gym Fan Club roster with those kind of more supportive characters, really setting up the plays for some of his teammates.
It's important to have those kinds of players to support you as well, Tony, because having those kinds of players at your disposal definitely can elevate your team's confidence to go above and beyond what you might think that you're capable of and exceed those limiters there. I'm definitely excited to see if we could find some of that exciting gameplay heading into this series as well. But speaking of the series, Tony, we are going to be heading straight towards our vetoes now.
Yeah, vetoes to come through, and it is going to be an interesting one. See what the reads are here for these teams. Of course, you can see Bind and Breeze being taken out of the pool first. Of course, Honey Badgers not wanting to play Bind, a little bit of an interesting ban. I believe Gym Fan Club don't even really touch that map all too much, so a bit of a throwaway first one. But of course, the side of Gym Fan Club taking away Breeze, they're a little bit scared of maybe the potential of Honey Badgers to go for the more offensive team play and some offensive rotates. Of course, then map number 1 going to be Ascent, picked up by Honey Badgers, a pretty strong map for them in terms of statistics, and I guess it arguably their best map, so that's why it's been locked in. Then Gym Fan Club, no further than Icebox, Matt. Very, very stock standard pick for them. Breeze and Pearl and Fracture being taken out. So we go to Haven, our decider, and I'm scared if I'm a Gym Fan Club player right now. If we go to Haven, the decider, Honey Badgers are pretty good on Haven, I have to say.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some promise from them on the map of Haven there, and I'm sure we might see a bit more promise from them if it does head all the way to map number 3 into this best of 3 series here. But obviously, we've got Ascent and Icebox, which we need to get through first there. So I'm certainly excited to see if the series will end up being all 3 maps, considering it is a grand final matchup. Definitely can expect it to potentially head that distance, but I mean, it's all up in the air right now, Tony. It could go either way at this stage, and I'm certainly keen to see which way it will sway.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. As you can see in our lovely little graphic, we've gotten a lovely lot of little graphics throughout the season, Matt, and props to Alex for making all these lovely graphics show up in front of your very eyes. It's going to be Honey Badgers to start that attack side. Gym Fan Club going to be on that defense as we quickly get into our picks to see what we'll be seeing out of these rosters for this first map of your grand final here. Best of 3 Honey Badgers versus Gym Fan Club, playing for the prize format, but also playing bragging rights and that auto qualification into the next season.
And let's see how it all is going to go right now, Tony, as we are into the pick stage. Honey Badgers going to be locking in Chamber, Sage, KO, Fade, and maybe could be seeing something else there, maybe an Omen. Looks like on Gym Fan Club, they've locked everything in Chamber, Raze, Omen, Sova, and KO. So very similar picks across both teams, I got to say.
Yeah, this is almost a stock standard comp. Of course, interestingly enough, though, Gym Fan Club not opting for the Sage. And also interestingly enough that Sicko is going to be rocking the Sova, still staying with what he knows best. Matt doesn't really care for the new style of play that everybody else has been opting. The Fade and, of course, the double KO. The Raze as well for some good combinations. We've seen Astra be quite prevalent on this map too. But here we are, Matt. Map 1 of our grand finals. Gym Fan Club to the defense, Honey Badgers to the attack, and we'll be interested to see what kind of buy we see for this pistol round. Of course, some teams, they opt for the triple ghost that Honey Badgers are thinking about hovering right now. And of course, to let you all know at home, it is McDonald's 101 that I believe is Jelly D. Party next door is Swab from memory. So of course, we'll be referring to them as so, or we'll be referring to them as the names we see on stream, because of course, it's hard to, in the action, really change them, is it?
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with a party next door, Tony. That's for sure. You can't go wrong with a bit of counter-aggression coming through already from the side of Gym Fan Club there. Mirza able to find that first one. We're going to see if they can catch anything else as well. Autumn pushing through the smoke now towards that pizza position. Does have the assistance of their teammate as well, should they look to venture further. But it's good to see the dark cover, at least managing to maintain the space there for the Honey Badgers side.
And you can see Andy. Interesting pick going for the Raze this time around. Andy's been showing a little bit of flexibility, no longer the one trick jet of old. Sees a few players, and here's a few players walking up this short side. He gets the recon dart from Sicko and does spot up one on the Swab. Autumn will receive that shot for just a second now. Sicko needs to be a little bit careful, but he's got the cover of Mirza up from heaven. Able to take 2, but Autumn quickly back. Honey Badgers are looking to take this site, but they're low HP. They don't have the spike in their hands, and for the moment, Gym Fan Club are just going to hold outside of the site, wait for them to slip up with very minimal time too. It's hard to really work for it. Mike, Headhunter in play, but Swab will find the shot. Andy with a right click receives 5 HP on a double kill for Andy. Getting a few ultimate orb charges, and the first round of Gym Fan Club.
One round goes their way. Definitely a great start for Gym Fan Club here. Opting to pick up a couple of Spectres, it would seem, this time as well. Not looking to go for anything else at current, however. It looks like the side of Honey Badgers just going to be opting to maintain their economy at this stage, only picking up 1 ghost and 1 piece of light armor there. Everyone else not looking to buy up anything. Save it out for round 3 instead. Speaking of round 2, though, Mike, nice shot on the Headhunter there, using the rendezvous to get the heck out of there, and already gets the man advantage.
And that's what you like to see from your chamber. You like to see the kill feed light up early on, and then you hear that rendezvous out, and you're like, all right, my teammate's got it. He's feeling it. Quick little start there from Mike. The rest of Honey Badgers, though, despite losing that early pick, are definitely still thinking about going towards the B side. Jelly D is going to pick that classic to his teammates if they need to get a quick reload in. There'll be a full pistol ready for them to pick up. What about the 0 point here over towards the A side of the map? Thought it was going to be B for the moment, but Honey Badgers, they're very much taking this one as it comes and slowing down the pace a lot.
Looking to see if they can maintain it here. Milky gets the spot over through towards Market there. Andy going to be able to take down a 1, looking for a second. Great catch there. catching them in the shrouded step. And now
30
the
seconds
attack
left.
is in Honey Badgers, trying to push up towards the B site. Spike's still going to be down in middle, though, so they're going to have to swing their way through the market position or even the defender spawn. But they've already got players just posted up, ready and waiting for them, no matter which part of the map they go for. Sicko just turns around the corner, spots one, and takes him down. A good trade to come out, though, from McDonald's 101. That's what you call a happy meal. We'll see if they are going to go for the six-pack nuggets now as well. Try and see if they can get some more kills. It's already over, though, and they will find it, Tony.
Ooh, almost found Andy too. Got the dink. And, well, McDonald's 101, Jelly D. 4 kills in that second round. And, well, he forces Jim Fan Club into the investment for this one, Matt. Normally you go for a bonus after winning that second, but losing 4 members means Spectres have to come out once again for a few of these guys. And Mirza, Light Shield Vandals, and the Honey Badgers, a few Light Shields too. Was an expensive, costly round for both sides. The Honey Badgers, they don't really need head armor, especially when they're expecting to take these gunfights against guns. You see quick little kills coming through. Mercer, he was up Jelly D, but he was able to find one first of all. Honey Badgers, they get Jelly D. Of course, he's fallen completely. Looking towards his A site and split up the site, and nobody's here from the side of Jim Fan Club. They've over-rotated.
An over-rotation certainly could have cost him here. As Autumn gets the spike down now for the Honey Badgers side into the 4-on-4 retake. Has the ice wall available as well, just to cut off little A-link position there. No one going to be able to push up short too brazenly quite yet. Ball taking a bit of damage, but ultimately will stay up. Not for much longer, though. Spike ticking down slowly, but certainly here. The defenders are ready. They're going for this one.
The defenders looking to go back into it. The retake is on, and Mike swing for the door to get 3 overall in the site. That spike is ticking very much almost to conclusion, and Mike, well, he may have done some heavy work, but Mercer isn't going to be able to pick it up. Honey Badgers are able to find their first, but Matt, it was a costly one yet again. Only 1 player living at the end of that round. Honey Badgers, they're once again stuck to the light shields, and well, for Jim Fan Club, this is almost a gift, as Cloxy's Chamber has mentioned. Andy thinking about the Guardian, the rest of them, they could look to bring some SMGs into this one, some light pistols even, and could do some heavy work with those light shields that Honey Badgers have.
Let's see if the work is going to come through right now. Honey Badgers, this is the Prowler there to try and do something. Andy going to be able to find the opening kill, though. Good shot on the Guardian. Also using the paint shells just to clear a bit of space. Definitely can command the use of utility already. We'll see what the adaptation is going to be from Honey Badgers, though, as a few of them venture towards middle, picking into Andy again. Andy just playing tap shots at the moment. Able to take down 3 so far. Looking for a couple more, though. Not much HP available. McDonald's 101 tries to peek into it. Mike's able to shut him down with a headhunter. Autumn, last player standing. Here's the players running in and gets shut down by Mike. So, without further ado, Tony, it will be Jim Fan Club taking away number 3.
That was around the have no right winning, Matt, especially with Honey Badgers still with those rifles. You can see that forced up Guardian from Anzi, and the fact that Honey Badgers, as I said, didn't have heavy shields. They got aim punched by that Guardian so perfectly by Anzi, and masterfully played, I had to say, forcing out that gun and putting it some masterful play. Showstopper and Tour de Force now available here for Jim Fan Club, and well, for Honey Badgers, they're relegated to the Eco. This is where Jim Fan Club can really get off to an early lead.
See if they can manage it. Honey Badgers trying to play for mid control at the moment. A couple towards the fountain there. The rest just holding top mid right now.
Right here.
Just playing into their default, clearing out that intel. No one going to be peeking into them quite yet, however. Milky might have a bit of information on Mike's position. Maybe hearing that prompt there from the rendezvous. Good grenade from Andy. Definitely can clear them out. Bit of damage done. Not enough to get them out of the game, but at least enough to keep them away for a bit longer. Somebody's going to have to peek into one another eventually, though. Just under a minute to go now. And Honey Badgers really going to have to put their pedal to the metal here.
Pedal to the metal, Cloxy. Find Andy Mercer scoped in with the Bulldog, is able to find the first, and of course the gun sprays and triples. But you can hold it down. Autumn trying to find it. They go with that Guardian picked up. Just looking to put it. The door goes down. The spike will be planted front side. Mike will bust the door. The res comes through. Mike does hit the jumper, but there is a few more players than he would have expected. And it's Thrifty stolen back by Honey Badgers. 4th round, 4 kills. Noxy able to find them the 4th. Beautiful play for Honey Badgers. And I have to say, Jim Fan Club getting a little bit over antsy.
Yeah, just a little bit too antsy, as you said there, Tony. Unfortunately, not able to play as cleanly as they had been in the previous round there. And so it will result in their own undoing. But at least for their sake, they've still got a relatively decent economy to push into this round. Looks like we are going to see the Tour de Force activated immediately. See if they can use it, however. Looks like both teams just going to be spread around the map for now. Most of the Honey Badgers players playing off that A main position. Could fall back to mid, though. Go for a bit of control there. And they've also got Cloxy just holding patiently at B main, just in case any of the Gym Fan Club players are looking to make a push, perhaps. Looks like the only signs of a potential push, though, could be towards A short at the moment. They're playing just inside the short position there, waiting to see if anyone's going to peek around the corner. I like this aggressive hold here, but they could even go even further beyond yet, but at least just playing safe enough so they have that chance to fall back if need be.
And you can see, once again, Honey Badgers with this slow, methodical style of play that they're trying to go for. And of course, for the side of Gym Fan Club, they're falling victim to it in that last round where they really stalled down the clock. The Nightfall is going to be coming out from Swab to the right side. Netic is going to be covered by the smoke. The slow comes out, the fragment, and the flash in return. A great wall from Autumn. The cross wall that we see from most of these Sages is so key in allowing players to walk the site without getting shot from CT at all. That market side as well, almost covered. Aldro and Hive, Seko gets shot out immediately. Odin in his hands, and Indy could look to hit the movement right now. Showstopper in hand, one special to fly towards this site, and there it is. Here comes the party, and Jelly D able to take 2. Andy drops into the site, but there's 2 players sandwiched between him, and well, Honey Badgers, they just make it an absolute massacre to find themselves number 3 and tie up the scoreline. Gym Fan Club, a valiant attempt, but it's thwarted once again in this retake.
A gift.
Thwarted once again here, sending us to 3 for 3 on the scoreboard now. Looks like Gym Fan Club's economy going to hit pretty much the hard reset as well. Having a couple of sheriffs come through there. The Spectre, the Guardian again on Andy. And a bit of light armor and full armor coming through across them. Curious to see if Andy can perform again like we did see in the previous round where Andy was forced onto that Guardian. Looks like Mercer anticipating a peek towards A main at the moment. Good intel found by Sicko as well with the Owl drone. Already starting to piece things together. Like party next door. Now trying to push something out as well, just to bait their utility, see if they can catch any information off it. But it's going to be a full send towards the A site, and it looks like Honey Badgers, they're just waiting for the right time.
Just waiting for the right time to pounce, and I guess it's been really hard for Gym Fan Club to read where these hits are coming in when Honey Badgers aren't showing any presence to the map. You can see early smoke towards A main. It was well timed as Honey Badgers just on the other side of that one. Triple slap the short side. Null command perfect here for Jelly D. And the wall 2 to cross. This allows Honey Badgers to walk in spot 3 with the power of the Sage. Smoked up to the door that will be shut soon by Milky. And then, well, the door goes down. The shot coming through it. So I don't think that door will be down. It'll be gone soon before you know it. Andy South Paint shells. That actually hits Jelly D on his drop down. Down to 58 points of HP. 5v5 retake here for Gym Fan Club, and they just get tags in.
Yeah, it just seems to be a battle of jabs at the moment. No one able to lock in that KO just yet. Hunter's Fury could change that, though. Trying to find one. There's Sicko, good for it. And another Andy joins in as well. This is so fantastic. Clean sweep coming through from the abilities there. The Hunter's Fury opening it up. Andy playing off it magnificently. It's just a great retake all through there from Jin Fan Club.
Yeah, flawless there from Jin Fan Club and Intel flawless. We get to see our lovely graphic, courtesy of Alex, all set up and ready to go for our grand finals. And I'll tell you what, Matt, these graphics look absolutely beautiful. Again, shouts to our lovely partners to Incel, Pure Alliance, of course XP, and Zowie, bringing us this tournament, Matt, and bringing us this grand final. It's been action-packed already. Beautiful retake there from Jim Fan Club in that round. I have to say, using that Hunter's Fury at that distance is so hard to really avoid if you're a Honey Badgers player. But if you want to play, let's play. Cloxy popping the tour de force early on, looking for maybe a potential short peek, but rendezvous out in both chambers. The early haunt dispatched by Mirza. Sense that it might be back to A once again, and for Honey Badgers this time, there's a little bit less presence from Jim Fan Club. They've been smoked off, walled off as well, but Mirza tucked in front of it, and they will be both checked, cleared by Autumn and Milky. The site is Honey Badgers for the taking once again. Just the power of the stage wall allows them to execute the perfectly good one from Netic, but it's going to be answered immediately by Jelly D.
Great answer to come through there as well, pushing us into a 2v4 now. Spike still hasn't gone down. They're still weary as to where they might be coming from. Looks like the Spike will go down eventually, though. Peek come through. Andy falls. Cloxy, good for two there with the tour de force. And locks it in for Even Stevens once again here, Tony. My word. We're only in the first half, but they're already just trading blow for blow like this, keeping it so close. I feel like this could be a trend throughout the whole series.
Yeah, this could be a trend, especially with, you know, how comfortable these teams are at playing at that higher level. Of course, all these players from Jim Fan Club, at least everyone bar Netic, have played against this Honey Badgers roster in some capacity throughout their careers. And of course, they haven't played the Honey Badgers with Autumn in the server, rocking the stage this evening. A very interesting pick. Autumn shown that he's capable of flexing off some of those duelists. And again, interestingly enough as well, we didn't touch on this at the start. Honey Badgers without duelists. They're rocking all of the useful. It seems to be paying off. They're able to find these site takes with all the cover of this intel that they've been taking. Honey Badgers Milky for two. And there is a site once again, maybe for the taking. Spike is posing a threat outside of that, and Jim Fan Club getting a little bit over aggressive once again.
Cover going out.
The aggression will come through here. Mirza taking into it. Milky well positioned towards the winery, though. Going to be able to shut down a Mirza, pushing us in into the 2v5 now. Honey Badger's confidence never dwindling. Sicko still going to be on the site, though, ready for a peek. Does spot one, not good to lock it in. McDonald's 101 will be able to bring it together in the end, leaving it all down to Andy in a 1v5. Operator in hand. They've opted against going for this one, and I can respect it. Considering the worth of the operator, the state of their economy, they're going to need to save whatever they can at this stage, Tony, because otherwise we could be in dangerous waters heading towards the final rounds of this first half.
Yeah, it's starting to get that way, and for a team like Jim Fan Club that have showed a ton of promise, it's a rough start for them. Bang on shot, though, from Andy. Not even missing. Another going for the peak, and he's able to spot a third. Cloxy just watched both of his teammates fall victim to that. Andy, fire off, my son. He's found Milky. He's picked apart all of the badges. One more player to find it. He needs to be cautious. One in the chamber, and there's a player to come behind him. The timing just ticks out. Unfortunate there for Suave. Almost found the raid boss, Andy. 15 and 5, Matt. 4 kills in that one. Stealing away guns and making it expensive. That's what Honey Badgers are afraid of going into these last few rounds of the half.
Last 2 rounds of the half, and there's certainly a lot to be afraid of here, Tony. Obviously, we do have the third last round of half coming at us right now. Already, it looks like aggression building up towards the B side. My word, nice placement coming through from Andy there, playing off the satchel, trying to blow through the showstopper in the window. No one going to be close enough to be taken out quite yet, though, but I can respect the use of force there, just trying to make sure that they keep away from this B site.
Yeah, trying to keep them away, because that's where Honey Badgers have looked pretty good so far. The one time they took B was almost flawlessly. They held it so well. Jim Fan Club. Oh, that's a 0 point I wasn't expecting. Jelly D arcing that one all the way to main. He's going to tag up Andy. And you can still see Honey Badgers are thinking about this B site take. There is players here for Jim Fan Club. You've got Sicko and his teammate Netic. And of course, an Alchemist pop like Jelly D looking to go in, but Netic just going to spray him from market with a Spectre with that smoke up. There's no cover from the bullets, though. Coming out from Jim Fan Club, and they're trying to get out the smoke, but it's not really a possibility. Everybody holding strong here for Jim Fan Club, losing a few players. A quick shot from Bloxy to find himself a quick frag. He's got 2 more players to deal with. He's got Sicko at stairs, throwing darts at him left and right. Haymakers being tossed. Andy is looking to flank it around, but wall bang headshot. Sicko to find the mark. Honey Badgers denied the 6th for the moment.
5 for 5 now. Getting closer and closer once again here. Definitely seeing some standout plays coming out from Andy and Cloxy for their teams, but also the other players on their respective rosters having a bit of an impact as well. I'm loving it looks like they're having a bit of a jam before this round, Tony. I love it, you know, they're pumping up the beats, just trying to get hyped up. I respect the vibes there.
Yeah, of course, we're on 5.04, live patch for our grand final, and very little was changed, sorry, in terms of the actual patch. A few bug fixes here or there. Of course, we got the lovely champion skins, Matt, and of course, you heard those players jamming out. It's a great tune, and any at the server and using myself too. Bombot, he's going to take out Autumn, lower mid. They weren't expecting that one. It's up through the open smoke, and Mike is going to swings, batter up for the plate, and everybody from Jim Fan's not getting involved. It's going to be Mike for the pizza, Andy to back up, and just a second, the op shot comes through, and McCloxy's like, all right, what happened to my teammates? Where have they gone? 3 players left for Jim Fan Club. Control of the spike, and Cloxy to do the unthinkable.
Let's see if Cloxy has it in him right now. As they creep their way towards the defender spawn, looking to see if they can reconcile something out of the round here. Slowly but surely, tiptoeing their way forward now. Andy might just spot them. Looks like Netic going to be first contact there. Andy's been shut down. Playing off it. Netic, though, will be able to trade it back. Taken away round number 6 in favor of Jim Fan Club now. We are on the last round of the half. One final opportunity for either Jim Fan Club or Honey Badgers to take one last dance.
One last dance. For this first half, Jim Fan Club could look to run away with a quick lead after our first half. And of course, for a team like Honey Badgers, who opted for Ascent as their first pick, you often see them put some convincing score lines together. But for the moment, Jim Fan Club found their footing back into this game, and then we're going to stop at any time soon. Mike is getting aggressive. He doesn't get the rendezvous off, Matt. Early pick Honey Badgers, and ultimate orb achieved. Still, Jim Fan Club looking to send members towards where Honey Badgers just taken out their teammate.
Let's see if they can manage to find anything else to take out here. Honey Badgers aggression starting off well, but aggression coming through from Jim Fan Club as well. Now Mirza ready to peek into it right now. Ooh, ops against it. Paranoia to come through there. Not going to find the counter peek. Mirza double dipping there. Does face the consequences. Their teammates now forced to fall back as well. Andy still holding. No, not going to be able to find it. Nightfall comes through as well. Andy just trying their best to hold on to this position. Missing shot after shot. Last bullet in the chamber, and McDonald's takes them away. And it's all going to be 2v5.
Yeah, it's 2v5, but Honey Badgers have just completely faked Gym Fan Club. This is the ability you have with such chemistry around this roster, being able to pull off such convincing fakes like that. We were so thoughtful that Honey Badgers were just going to go to A off of those picks, but Milky says reverse card. We're going to be with them from the shadows. Honey Badgers, they don't even need the spike to go off to win that one out. 6-6 the tied scoreline. Matt, what more could you want from our first half of our first map of this grand final? Honey Badgers coming out on top of that last one, but we take a look at this scoreboard. Andy's still at 17 kills to start this game off, and of course we heralded Mike, we heralded Mirza, but it's about time we talk about Andy and how much of a pedigree he has on this duelist role. Of course, normally known for his jet, but previously, you know, Andy's been showing a little bit more of flexibility. I even saw him on Chamber one game, of course. But Mike, since he's in the roster, he likes to play a bit of Chamber. Andy, happy to give that one over. We swap our sides. Gym Fan Club now the attack, and Honey Badgers now to the defense.
Here we go again, Tony. Switching things up. Gym Fan Club will be able to pick up an ult orb just outside A main there, looking to see if they can manage to string their way through now. McDonald's 101 does get the spot though. They'll be able to push down the fragment grenade as well, just try and keep them away a little bit longer. Still got their teammates to play off on short as well, so even if one of them goes down, two of the members of Gym Fan Club, they've at least got backup plans in place there. Looks like Gym Fan Club also spreading their reach over through towards the B side as well. No one's actually holding it directly at the moment. If they can play off that, they might be able to find something, but obviously with an ice wall in the way, it's a bit difficult. Speaking of, McDonald's 101 and co. pushing up aggressively on short and find Mirza.
Yeah, and you can't really fault Gym Fan Club there. They weren't expecting that. Honey Badgers have taken some aggressive control of mid. 2 players up short, 2 players lower. And Jelly D to just hold from heaven. You can see that Netic, he sees a few bodies.
30 seconds left.
He's got that spike to rotate, but the problem is they've got 2 players connected here for Honey Badgers, so it's hard to get to either side of the map. Now, as the rotate comes through, 2 players have walked through B, completely clearing every single corner on their way, but Netic, his footsteps have been heard. There's 2 players B main. There's one in connect to Milky, the half HP member to just need to hit the headshot. There's one from Andy in a second. Takes out Cloxy, spikes out of Gym Fan Club's reach. They just need to find these kills now. And the defenders will be able to take the round. Satchel to blow the door off. Nancy, I have to say, an impressive flick, all things considered.
Yeah, impressed that they were still able to make somewhat of an impact. Sure, they lost the round due to not being able to get that spike down and the time taking its way over, but coming out of it with a consolation prize, I guess, and getting some kills, a little bit of extra credits, but ultimately it is going to be exactly what Honey Badgers needed there in order to put a spring in their step, taking away that first round of the second half with the lead alongside it. Now they're going to be backed up by the Spectres and the Marshal. We'll see how their attack does it come through on the Gym Fan Club side. As Honey Badgers, they're prepared.
And prepared they are. Early Haunt comes over. Wall's being thought about. And for Gym Fan Club, it's a rough situation that they've put themselves in. Especially given Honey Badger's not too bad on the defense. Sometimes they struggle. Because not looking too shabby for the moment. You can see a bit of a jiggle going on. Headhunt's being thought about them. Mid. Able to take out Cloxy. They're going to swing on the Prowler. He's going to take one out. Mercer. That spike dropped, and that's info over to Honey Badgers. That wall is not long up. Stay for a second. You can see, though, Gym Fan Club all funneled into B main. And wow, but he's still got tons of util to work with.
Tons of util and plenty more potentially on the way here. Suave trying to spray their way through the smoke there. To be able to find much use quite yet. Looks like their teammate, though, pushing from behind, does find 3 kills. Looking for more. Netic, though, shuts the door on at least some players. Looking for another couple. Nicely played there. Getting around the corner just as they ran out of bullets. baiting out that plant there. Oh, this is perfect. No, the flash comes through. Trying to play off their own utility. Oh my word, Medic! Holy moly! They've managed to pull it off, Tony.
Netic, that was a brave call to go for that 0 point. Was scared of the clutch. I'm scared of the potential clutch for Jim Fan Club. 4K for Netic. 7-7 tied scoreline. Honey Badgers thrown off their game once again. It's not Andy this time with heroics. It's Netic. One recent inject to this roster and recent inject to Valorant as a whole, Matt. Former Counter-Strike player, a young gun. And Netic was such a performance there. This puts Jim Fan Club in a doable situation now in this half. And especially early on with these guns now being brought out to the table, Honey Badgers, they want to steal them away.
We're going to see if they are going to be able to do just that here. As they push up nice and close. Mirza, good spot there from their spawn, playing elevated. Knows Honey Badgers are going to try and make an attempt towards a man. My word, Cloxy. Now McDonald's getting two fantastic shots there with a headhunter and the sheriff. We'll find more. Luckily for Jim Fan Club, they do at least get one kill back, but Honey Badgers have already got a player advantage. Might have been able to further it, but no. Not going to happen just yet.
Oh, well, Honey Badgers, here's Cloxy to take out Mike and Matt. We might have cursed this one. As we said, Honey Badgers, they want to steal these guns away, and well, they definitely have. 3 players fallen, and it's down to the 2v4. They need to get this spike down in this site. They have control of it for the moment, but the paranoia is to come out because we're going to swing, bang another headhunter. That's what you call it. The pistol, the headhunter, because it only hits heads for Cloxy. 4K finding Honey Badgers number 8. Matt and Jim Fan Club, they invested an awful lot into that round, and for Honey Badgers to walk away with 4 Vandals and the Thrifty, Matt, absolutely stellar stuff. Honey Badgers now 8-7.
Round for round there, Tony. They traded away, and it will be Honey Badgers coming out on top this time. Jim Fan Club, though, trying to string together whatever cash they can to see if they can force their way into the round as well here. Looks like they've already got the Vandal, Bulldog, Spectre, and a little more on its way as well. I can see a null command available for Netic there coming into the push. That may actually save them here. We'll see how the B push goes, though. Null command already going to be activated, so looks like they're going to try their very best to push onto the sky. Good spray from Autumn through the smoke there in Market. Their teammates able to play off them as well. Cloxy joining in. It's all looking terrible at the moment. Luckily for Mike and Go, they find a trade, but a trade is only one thing as they get traded out in kind. Prowler comes through, finds Mirza, playing around the Market now. Mercer desperately trying to stay alive, but they can only slither through for so long. And it will be Honey Badgers now to take away 9.
Number 9, and it gets scarily close to double digits, and scarily close to a bit of confidence for Honey Badgers. It's been back and forth. Only 2 rounds consecutively have been found by either roster, and well, for Honey Badgers, they're thanking their lucky stars. They're on the favorable side for this one. You can see Jim Fan Club opting for a few force buys in. Stingers going to be coming out for a few players. Sheriff, no shields here for Sicko. Jim Fan Club, this is a costly investment too, especially with how little their economy is. You would have thought they'd just keep their money completely.
So you would think there, Tony, but who knows what could come through here. Mirza open things up. Good double trade coming back from Milky and McDonald's at 101 there. And it all seems to fall apart just like that. 1 kill coming through from Jim Fan Club there. Honey Badgers able to clean house and take double digits now. 3 rounds in a row. 2 ultimates apiece on both teams. Definitely eager to see which may be activated heading into this round ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm very keen to see what goes down here. And, well, it's a rough game, I have to say, for Mercer. Normally, we see him at top of the board or around that middle mark, but especially with Cloxy tearing heads and Jelly D, free will with this knife for the info. Honey Badgers are in the driver's seat. Jim Fan Club need to take flight. Sicko sending that owl drone over the top of mid, all the way through Pizza. Gives presence for Andy. Take a lot of space. Cloxy, though, he's cautious of it.
Just waiting things out at the moment. And he might push up to Cloxy's position. They are getting the pings through there. They've got the support of Sicko as well. Netic still holding towards B main also, but it looks like Mirza is going to be first contact towards A main this time. So, Honey Badgers, good start from them. Maybe backed up even more, being distracted. Oh, the showstopper comes through. Nice trade coming out. Cloxy able to find Andy, and Andy finds them as well. Does open up a little bit of a path towards this B site, but still got defenders to worry about. Party next door finding one back. 2v4. Let's see if they can do it.
Well, I thought Milky was going to fully use that TP, trying to get into the back of the site. The Haunt is going to mark up Mike. Nightmare now is starting to become a reality. The Badgers have got these players known and almost dead to right. They just need to hit the shots in combination to Jelly D and Suave to find it. Honey Badgers able to pick themselves up. Number 11 gets scarily close to match point. Jim Fan Club. What do they do, Matt? You've got Tour de Force, you've got From the Shadows, but the economy once again is not in the healthiest of situations. And for Honey Badgers, they're cashed up for the rest of this half, even if it were to go all the way to a tied scoreline. Imagine they've got still plenty of cash behind them. Jim Fan Club, they're going for the Guardian. They're going for the hero play on Andy. Tour de Force for Mike. It's a half buy for Jim Fan Club. This Ascent's been looking rough for them so far.
You want to play?
They're looking pretty tough. And speaking of, Tour de Force being activated by Jim Fan Club now. Maybe a tough opponent to deal with if you are on Honey Badgers. Let's see how it all plays out now, though. Mirza looking to push up mid towards Market here. Has a couple around the corner there. Milky, good to play off their teammates' walls. Sicko at least able to find a kill there. Autumn going to be able to trade it back, though. Kills are favoring side of Honey Badgers for now, even more so. They push it to that 2v4, but it almost turned to 3 there. One shot's all they need. Looks like they've lost both their players, though, so won't get another opportunity for a kill in this round. And now Honey Badgers take map point.
Match point. Map number 1, Honey Badgers pick, and looking to go to Icebox very, very quickly. You can see Tour de Force was expended in that last one. They've got, still From the Shadows, they've got that Hunter's Fury, and Matt, Sicko's not been too bad on these Hunter's Furies so far. But I have to say, for Honey Badgers, it was Cloxy starting this performance off, and Jelly D with him every step of the way. Jelly D, 6 assists, 2 to his name, both 21 kills. That's a total of 42. It's more than really anybody here for Jim Fan Club can answer other than Andy at that 21 mark with them. But we need to see a few more players step up. It can't just be Andy in all of these engagements. It is going to be Suave sneaking up, trying to find one, and we'll be able to take out Sicko, holding this connector. And 4 players from Honey Badgers to come through B main. This is a very aggressive retake to go for. Mike is going to be spotted in CC. Honey Badgers, they've got all the room to work.
All the room to work, and we'll see if they can work around it here. Like they are now trying to see if they can get them out of the site. Mirza good to at least find one. Trade to come from Milky there. Andy now looking for more as well. Mike finds one. Foxy trades it out. Mirza's back. It's all going to be up to Andy now. 1v2. This one pushing up the lane. Autumn's peaked as well. They work together. Pincer on in. And that's going to be map 1, Tony. Overwhelming Andy. And it will go to the Honey Badgers.
Defenders win.
The Badgers have found their honey, and they've found themselves their map pick. Ascent goes their way 13-7. I have to say, though, a valiant effort in the first half. 6-6, Matt. Only one round was found on that attacking, as the defending side there from the Jim Fan Club. And you have to say, that really speaks, I guess, of volumes to how some of their games, they like to play very, very loose and go for some aggressive plays. Andy, very strong performance overall from him, but unfortunately, the rest of the team not quite hitting the mark. Mike had a few moments of brilliance, but Netic, Mirza, Sicko, not having the performance they would like on map number 1.
Yeah, unfortunately not able to rise up to their own expectations there. And it will come back to bite them, as they will lose out. First map there, 7-13. But Tony, we still have potentially at least one more map in this series. But I'm personally hoping it goes all the way to 3.
Yeah, I'm hoping it goes all the way to 3, especially for Jim Fan Club's sake. You know, Mike, of course, after this season's finished, Mike will be formally on that Reign roster. And, you know, this is his last dance with these players. And hopefully it's a good send-off here. And, well, if they take Grands, then that could be a good send-off as well. Second place, not too bad either. Jim Fan Club down 1-0 in the series against Honey Badgers. And we look to go to Icebox just after a quick break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're live back into the Valorant Open Series number 2, brought to you by Computer Alliance and Incel. And Matt, it was a absolute barn burner there. Of course, that first half alone could have spelled a very close game, but then all of a sudden, Jim Fan Club they fell off that defense side. Honey Badgers really found themselves abusing every weak point in that defense from Jim Fan Club, and they took it home 13-7. We now go to our second map, Icebox, and this is going to be an interesting one. It's Jim Fan Club's pick. They have to start the attacking side, and for a team like Honey Badgers, I feel like defense isn't going to be too bad for them, considering how they played that last one on defense.
Absolutely, Tony. It's certainly going to be not too much of a challenge for them. As you said, they remained pretty consistent all the way through the series there, and they were able to bolster their defenses really efficiently heading out of that first map. So definitely wouldn't put it past them to enable a similar performance heading towards map number 2. Speaking of map number 2, we are right into Agent Select, Tony, and we're already locked and loaded.
Oh, and there it is. Yeah, we're locked in, we're loaded, and well, they're bringing the firepower this time. It's Andy to the Jet this time. Mercer onto the Viper. This is what we needed to see out of Jim Fan Club change in that last one. It felt the comp was a little bit off having Mercer on that Omen. And of course, normally we see Mercer not too bad on the performance, but we needed Icebox. We needed Mercer on this Viper. And of course, Netic going to be onto the Sage, Sicko onto the Sova for another time as well. Honey Badger's thinking long and hard about their composition. We already see the lock-in from Autumn. Foxy going to be on the Sage. And well, we'll be curious to see whether Honey Badgers bring a Duelist again, because they didn't bring it in last one. We'll see what we see. Milky going to be locking in the Viper. Of course, Milky, the controller player here for Honey Badgers, and a bit of an unsung hero sometimes, I have to say, Matt. Milky, he does a lot to help this roster really take those sides convincingly, and of course, a lot of the shot calling as well from Milky has to be on point for Honey Badgers to really flow, and it was flowing a lot in that last map. As we wait to see our final lock-ins. Jelly D thinking about the Killjoy. We'll be locking it in. Sova or Suave. We haven't actually seen him on the Sova in quite a while. So a few different picks here for Honey Badgers. And I'm liking the change of comp, especially with the change of the map.
It goes to show that they're flexible and adaptable, Tony. And I'm eager to see that be transitioned into their gameplay as we do start to load in to the wonderful map of Icebox here. Certainly keen to see what kind of surprises may be in store for us heading into this map as well, considering we could see a very different version of both of these teams heading forward. So as to what version of the teams, yet to be tested. I'm kind of hopeful for the Jim Fan Club side heading into this one, that they can take that first map as a bit of a warm-up map, try and bring in the best possible play that they can into this one, because they did manage to take at least 7 rounds in the first map, right? So they do have that capability. They managed to get a bit of traction. It just fell by the wayside a bit towards the closing stages of that first map there, where Honey Badgers just seemed to find that snowball effect going forward. So I'm eager to see if we are going to see a slow burner again, you know, where both teams are just trading round for round in that first half. Starts to get a bit spicy there, and whether we will see a similar snowball effect again, or whether we could see something entirely different.
And well, speaking of snowballs, going to the icy tundra of Icebox, you can see as I believe we're just waiting on the players to load in. There's a little bit of a more extended wait time than we're used to seeing. Normally, this player's got lightning quick PCs. They can get in as quick as possible.
I think there might be a toaster, Tony.
There might be a toaster. Someone's running on something. But of course, you know, I have to say, Icebox, a bit of a change of pace as well, especially in how these teams want to play it. Because Honey Badgers, they showed a lot of presence about the map. They were able to split a few site takes here or there, and this could be very favorable for a team of their caliber. Gym Fan Club, they're known to play a little bit more looser. You let Andy run amok, you let Mike go for some aggressive peaks, and Gym Fan Club, this could be a one-sided map for them too. It's a lot of potential for both these teams to just absolutely steamroll the other. But of course, we've seen some insane scorelines from Gym Fan Club on this map so far. I believe 13-4 in their semis. But Matt, we're finally in map number 2 of the grand finals. Gym Fan Club versus Honey Badgers, and well, Honey Badgers 1 map away from taking home the title. Gym Fan Club looking to stop it, looking to go to our 3rd decider if we see it. And it's going to be an interesting one. Of course, Haven being able to decide it, as we said in the pre-show, Matt. Gym Fan Club, they really don't want to go to that point, but they're kind of forced to now.
Yeah, their hand certainly has been forced heading into this one. And I'm eager to see exactly how this one is going to play out to start off with. Seeing some stock standard buys come through already. A couple of ghosts on the Gym Fan Club side there, and the Sheriff on Andy. The rest of the players in My Kinetic just picking up a bit of light armor and utility here. And only 1 ghost going to be picked up for Honey Badgers there for Party Next Door. The rest just getting the light armor and util. Looks like the side of Gym Fan Club going for a bit of a split so far, just pushing a few players towards the A side of things, going for that middle control as well through Tube, and they've got one just isolated towards B, just in case something else might occur as well.
Autumn holding this aggressive angle, but of course, you can kind of opt to play this with the chamber. I've seen so many chambers play it, and sometimes it pays off, sometimes you just need to teleport out. This time it will pay off. Autumn able to find the first pick. Netic, he's going to go that way. Mike, with his headhunter over towards mid, needs to find something back here for Gym Fan Club, because they've already lost 2 members. At least it wasn't the Viper. Netic able to take out Cloxy. And it is going to be Mercer looking to walk up to his B site with nobody here. The wall comes out from Milky, so Mercer got idea of where he will be. But Honey Badgers, they've still got 1 member advantage. They've still got so much presence towards this mid side.
Teleport's ready.
A little bit of presence for now. We'll see if they can maintain it, though.
30 seconds left.
Gym Fan Club getting close towards the A site now. Mercer does find 1 kill onto Milky there. Traded out, though, by Party Next Door and a McDonald's, and it will be the Party Next Door to put the final nail in the coffin of the round there. Things were looking hopeful for Gym Fan Club, but alas, as soon as they try and get that spike down, the round goes down with it. And it will be the first to go on the way of Honey Badgers.
A gift.
Honey Badgers picking up that first means that they can just fully force into this one and try to surmount the pressure. Of course, Gym Fan Club, one of those teams that doesn't deal with pressure all too well, Matt. Of course, we've seen what happened that last game. They're only able to find that 1 defense round, and well, they have to fire off on this attack. Only early days here on Icebox, so we're getting a little bit carried away. Autumn is going to be holding an aggressive angle and a bang-on shot. That Marshall, the no shields of Mike, he falls instantly.
Good opener there for the side of Honey Badgers. Looks like Gym Fan Club going to be spotted by the turret on site there. At least Thicko is able to take it down. Going to see if they can push past the yellow box now. Get onto the site with the poison cloud. Spike not able to go down though. Honey Badgers, good use of the nano swarm there. do delay them from getting that spike. Now can reposition to push straight into them. Look at this aggression. McDonald's able to take down 2 so far. Good for 4 in the end. It will be a flawless victory in round 2 for Honey Badgers. A really commendable approach, though, coming through from the side of Gym Fan Club as well. They managed to pave their way towards the site. It was just a struggle for them to get that spike down.
Here.
Yeah, and it's the power of the Killjoy, man. It's not the pick we were expecting. And normally, and historically, at least at the competitive level, Killjoy isn't the greatest of picks on a map like Icebox, but Honey Badgers, one of those teams that kind of makes it work, especially with how rotate heavy they're able to play this pick, and of course, how well Jelly D positions himself is a key point to note too. But Gym Fan Club, it's now to the buy round. It's third. It's bonus here for Honey Badgers, and ideally, Honey Badgers, well, they don't have to win this round, Matt. They just want to do as much damage as possible, kick the economy down. That's what ruled that last game. The economy looked so rough for Gym Fan Club in those last few rounds. They were struggling to buy, even forcing out stingers at some stage because the map was just getting out of hand. They're able to walk up to the side, free wall plant. Of course, will be busted down. Andy, he's going to be holding a very aggressive position, forced to fall back because there's a few players to peek, and Honey Badgers now looking for this fight to drive the retake. And they've got a lot of util to work with.
A lot of util to work with for sure, Tony, but there's going to be plenty more to work with as well. Looks like there are a couple of snake bites to come through there. Netic going down, though, to the party next door. Mike trading it out. Cloxy trying to defuse here. Does get killed in the interim there. Time and ticking down now. Milky finding one. It's all going to be up to Mike now. Time goes down, and Autumn finds the kill. Finds them both, my word. Autumn ran out of time, though. Forced to get the heck out of there. And goes down with the ship. And that will be Gym Fan Club taking away their first round, but not taking it away with ease there, Tony. They're really going to be feeling the pain of that one because every single one of their players died.
Yeah, as we take a look quickly to our scoreboard, Gym Fan Club, they're without cash, Matt. Look at this. A very bit of a scraped together buy. Honey Badgers are able to kill them a little bit more. Of course, just even 2 players. Honey Badgers, there to a rifle because that was just bonus for them. Lockdown available early on for LED could be a good thing, a key thing to note. Autumn opting for the aggressive position. He's opted to bring out the sniper in this close position. Gym Fan Club, I think about taking A. They're going to be dealing with 3 players because Cloxy has rotated over from mid.
Rotation could be good for them here as well. Autumn holding the corner. Nice pick up onto Mirza. Falls straight off with the rendezvous there. Party next door trying to hold them back as well. Andy and Co just going to be stuck just underneath the pipes at the moment. Not looking to push any further. At least party next door use the owl drone to gather the information as well. Counter intelligence from Sicko there. Not able to spot anyone with the recon dart, but as the time ticks down, they are going to have to push into something. They're going to have to get a move on. Otherwise, the round will run away from them.
They don't want the round to run away from them right now. Mike is looking to walk up with his headhunter. 7 shots in that chamber. Andy has taken 12th position, but Autumn with that op, as we said and played, he brought to the table and wielding it to perfection. The spike will be able to go down, but for how much longer is Gym Fan Club able to hold it? It doesn't matter. The Netic can't be seen as Cloxy. Battle Sage in play. He swings both players. Wallbang and then taking out Sicko perfectly. Flawless from the Honey Badgers, Matt, to find number 3. Break the economy. Absolutely in shambles here from Gym Fan Club. A flawless defense, round 3-1 scoreline. Just getting out of hand early on. Gym Fan Club, you feel for them.
Absolutely feeling for them there, Tony. Things were looking pretty good. They did manage to find a round, but I feel like it's playing into the grander strategy of Honey Badgers here where, you know, they did manage to get all the kills in that previous round. Now they take a round back of their own, and it's really messed with the economy here of Gym Fan Club. We'll see how things play out heading into this one, though, as Honey Badgers looking to use the tour de force. Almost getting something is Andy there. Not going to be able to elevate any higher, however. Still has 2 knives. Unfortunately, not gathering them. That will be the opener going the way of Honey Badgers.
That wasn't the op that hit that shot. It was actually Jelly D, and
They found my
getting
trap.
that ultimate charged as quick as possible. I believe he still already has the lockdown available. You can see fake flash. Jelly D to take out Nedic. It's an eco around here for Honey Badgers.
Teleport's gone.
Take out these Gym Fan Club players. Stat padding, getting those ultimate orbs online. You can see that.
Last player
Mike,
standing.
one off. Oh, the Tour de Force now has found that first kill. The second quick flick from Mike. 3 more players, but Spike isn't dropped for Honey Badgers nor Gym Fan Club. Of course, nobody holding that position for the moment. There will be Suave to rotate over. So now they've got info. Clock. He's got the op to sniper to play. And round number 5 taken. 4 on the board for Honey Badgers.
4 on the board for Honey Badgers at the moment. And we'll see if they are going to be looking for some more as well. Luckily for the side of Gym Fan Club now, they do have the economy behind them once again here. So they may look to find a recovery of their own at this stage. Definitely going to be quite the journey ahead of them, to say the least. It looks like the side
You want
of
to play? Let's play.
Gym Fan Club going to be activating the Tour de Force immediately. Going to push up. Mike going for the shot, misses, will fall back to spawn there, knows that Honey Badgers now are playing ever aggressively. Actually been spotted as well. Cloxy playing off the intel, traded out by Andy. Looking for a bit more is Sicko. Not going to be able to play off it quite yet. Andy at least able to do it, trades it out, and it all goes the way of Honey Badgers in the end. What a fast-paced round, Tony, my word.
I'll tell you what, Matt. Suave's got those blue suede shoes on. He was dancing left and right and showing Gym Fan Club how to do the tango. Beautiful stuff. And then 9-0. Autumn yet to die so far this game. Gym Fan Club, and I have to say as well, unfortunately, they're back onto an eco, man. Light Shields, Marshall, potential Hero Guardian thought about by Nedic, but it's just going to be the Sheriff. I want to keep their money high going into the next one because they've been starved of it so far this entire half. Easy. In a high aggressive angle this time. They've left Milky to his devices on the solo hold the B, but he can hear some footsteps, so he's called. He's got 2 players rotating. It's going to be 3 on this site for Honey Badgers to hold it. Cloxy all the way in Snowman. We'll wait for that wall to go down as he can look to spot a player. Doesn't see Andy jump across to the top of yellow, and the plants come out from Mercer. Gym Fan Club, they're able to get the spike down at least, Matt.
Definitely going to find them a lot of benefit getting that spike down as well. See if they can find anything else though, considering they are basically ecoed out here. All they can do is just try their best to hold on. Speaking of, they do trade out a kill. 1-for-1 trade there. Trying to go for the defusal now are the defenders. They are going to be stuck in the decay though. Pushing into it, however, Mercer now trying to stop them. All going to be up to Sicko. Trying to push up, but they're not there in time. And it will be round number 6 now. Going the way of Honey Badgers.
Matt, how many more rounds do we see? Of course, that one just an eco.
5.
5 rounds in. Oh, sorry, 4 in a row. There's one in there between Gym Fan Club, but how many rounds do we see this happen before Gym Fan Club finally find a foothold back in? Nedic, he's got the resurrection. Mercer has the Viper's Pit. You can see though for Honey Badgers, they've got a few ultimates of their own. They've got the res, they've got the Viper's Pit, they've also got the Hunter's Fury on top of that. Gym Fan Club, that's worrying right now as well. Jelly D playing with the utmost of confidence, taking high control of this rope angle. That side, a few Gym Fan Club players, Honey Badgers. Gonna know too. That wall going up, the peak actually favors Jelly D, but he will be falling. Oxy to take Mike over in mid. Rotate immediately to help his friends out. The say site Suave's found Mercer. And that's so much stopping power. There's so much hits taking that wall for Gym Fan Club. Nedic waves his hands with the resurrection, but it's not going to matter. Cloxy's honed in on the angle. He's going to expect 3. He's going to go for the no scope. A brave play for them. And you don't want to be giving brave plays over to Andy. There's room to work with 2v1 right now with a spike in hand, Matt, but Can't get to his side. He can't really deal with Milky already on that flank.
Yeah, well played by Honey Badgers in the end there. Trying to work together, and it does find success, taking out Andy. Good resurrection as well coming through from Nedic, because Andy definitely was doing a pretty good job towards the end there of keeping the round alive. Just unfortunately not able to do it all on their lonesome. Will result in round number 7 now for the side of Honey Badgers. We push on and go next as the side of Jim Fan Club. Gonna be cashed up again. Looking to do whatever they can at this stage. It looks like they're just playing into a default so far. Splitting across the map, playing for the information.
Playing for the info, and Andy got Blade Storm, but it doesn't matter. Again, Autumn up top. LED not underneath him though, but it doesn't matter because Honey Badgers is just starting to hit all these shots and nothing going right Jim Fan Club's way. Jelly D pushing through. Mike's on the other side. Neither player has known that the other has snuck through, so this could be an interesting thing. If Mike is able to get over underneath tube, you can see Milky. He's going to say Nedic. They know exactly where Sticko is. Shock Dart comes out. Milky. Not going to be hit by that one. Tosses out a Snake's Bite. You can see that Suave going to get aggressive up on the belt. Up on the pipe. Looking to swing it. Sticko falls back, and you can see Honey Badgers, and it doesn't even matter that Mike is through underneath tube. Autumn to hit it with a headhunter, flawless once again, and an incel flawless from Honey Badgers. And Matt, we've seen that banner come up so many times for Honey Badgers. It is crazy how many rounds nobody is dying.
Fantastic stuff coming through from them once again. They're taking their 6th round in a row now. They've got a couple of ultimates across both teams, it would seem, heading into this next one. Rez and Hunter's Fury going to be available for Honey Badgers, and for the side of Jim Fan Club, they have the Viper's Pit and the Hunter's Fury. So eager to see if any of those will come into play. Speaking of, Hunter's Fury already being activated now for the defenders. They already find 2 kills, don't even need the Hunter's Fury to hit there. 5 versus 2 now. It seems they're knocking them all down like dominoes all over again, Tony. This could be another flawless round unless Andy pulls through with one. Looking for another. Cloxy finds the tight angle and secures number 9 now for Honey Badgers.
Yeah, number 9, and Matt, of course, we have to allude to that this is the best of 3 for our grand final of the XP Open Series number 2, brought to you by Computer Alliance and Intel. And Honey Badgers are up 1 map already in this best of 3, and they're up 9-1 in the second. A few more, and this grand final's over. Jim Fan Club, they need something. They need a miracle right now. Guardian coming out for Andy could be a difference maker because he's getting some good shots. The rest of Jim Fan Club just aren't quite there with him on that same level.
Not able to match the wavelength at the moment, it would seem. Speaking of, already trade coming out to open things up here. Jim Fan Club not going to let up though. Bringing out the Viper's Pit there, take a bit of control on the site. Milky, great snake bite to try and delay the plan. I love the positioning of that utility. That's going to allow our defenders here to get a bit more time to rotate around. You could easily see McDonald's 101 potentially find a good position. Speaking of, Andy goes for the peak with the op there, does fall off. Luckily with their lives. In the meantime though, Spike is now down into this 4v4. They're trying to make some pressure. The war is on.
War is on. Lockdown not available, unfortunately, for Jelly D. You'd probably like that right now because it'd be so easy to retake with it. Autumn sort of forces out in the forceful presence of that ultimate belt by Andy. And the shots coming through. Viper's picked this great cover, but not if Honey Badgers are finding these kills. And well, Nedic Mercer, they're able to take 2, but still 2 left on the lives here for Honey Badgers. Even going to give over the defuse, give Jelly D a few more ultimate orbs. 10-1. Jim Fan Club did this last week in their semis against Rain. An almost flawless scoreline. First half alone, Matt, it has been absolutely a masterpiece to see here from Honey Badgers. 8 rounds straight. Jim Fan Club, Light Shields, Sicko Hunter's Fury, and they kind of need it. This is the final round of the half, 10-1. Well, It could be 10-2. It could be 11-1. Honey Badgers, then they would just need pistol, and it could be potentially over like that. Jim Fan Club. Dodge out the early shock dart. Great play to go for Suave.
See if they can find a bit more of it here. Cloxy peeking up high at the moment. Going to be down low, looking to see if they can find something. McDonald's 101 opens up. Good trades going out though. Hunter's Fury now. Two spot at McDonald's. Sicko able to find Cloxy. Nicely played there. Leave it all down to Autumn now. This could be exactly what the side of Jim Fan Club have been searching for. 3 versus 1 here against Autumn. Looks like they are going to be wrapping around towards the B site, leaving only Andy on A right now. If Andy can continue to make noise, their teammates can easily just set up a spike plant. Like Andy is going to be caught though, making this a lot more achievable for Autumn.
Spike planted.
2v1 situation. The one is Autumn. Player with veteran experience, played at the top of the Oceanic region. No stranger to clutches and no stranger to this Jim Fan Club lineup. Still with the op, 4 bullets in the chamber, 8 in the head. Hunter, and angle held by Mercer. A brave one to go for, because Autumn's been hitting a lot of impressive swings, Matt. Second round, Jim Fan Club, they take one before we close the half out. It's still a 10-2 scoreline. Honey Badgers, all they really need is pistol.
We'll see if they can take it. There's going to be a lot of pressure on the side of Jim Fan Club here to take the pistol, and pretty much every single round thereafter. They cannot afford to slip at this stage, because if they do, that opens the door of opportunity for Honey Badgers to potentially take away this map, and they're in the series as well, which would mean they would be our grand final champions. So certainly going to be a lot to play for here. The side of Jim Fan Club really want to get to map 3.
Yeah, they want to go to map 3 and, well, really put up a fight in Haven. It's been a rough go for them. Andy, textbook aggression down through Tube. Real little jiggle there from Milky. Actually gets the info. The dash wasted by Andy. And forced back up Tube. Milky. Just a small little micro play that's gone the distance. Autumn able to find one over on the lurk at B. There's so much presence being put here by Autumn. Jiggling that corner. Mike able to find the shot back and even it up, but the rest of Honey Badgers are looking to go towards this A site. Netic has put up the wall early on, but he needs to hold position here with Sicko. Go towards screen. That wall covers off the cross and gives the headshot angle for Milky potentially. Cloxy to find Netic. Low HP bars. Honey Badgers get that spike down.
Spike planted.
Spike it down, and now Jim Fan Club gonna have to play the retake here. At least opening up the wall there. Might be able to play off that one. Looks like Mike and Co, they know that there's one above the site in Milky. Might be able to find a shot at the top of the head. It's been revealed. Mike hasn't spotted it yet. They will find it eventually, but Milky gets the better end of that one for V2 now. Andy trying desperately to land something, almost taking out party next door. It seems Honey Badgers are working together though. Sicko, last player standing, finds it, but it will be the shock dart to close out the pistol round here for Honey Badgers.
Yeah, and it was a team ace of all things. Everybody getting involved with the pistol, and Matt, that's the round I really wanted to see Jim Fan Club take home, but it isn't going to be a reality. Marshall, light shield for Andy, doesn't want to save for the bonus here. Honey Badgers, Vandals, Spectres, a Guardian, a Bulldog, Bucky for Mercer. Jim Fan Club, they're forcing their hands here. Honey Badgers are making them buy to this round, and at the moment, right over towards the early presence of B from Mike to find Autumn. Great start once for Jim Fan Club.
Certainly a great start there. There could be a lot more behind it. Cloxy, good opener there. Does find Andy. 1 for 1 so far. We'll see if Honey Badgers can venture closer towards the B site now. They've still got at least Mike to deal with. Looks like the ice wall will go down though. Mike going to be on the other side of it. Not able to stop them there. Party next door finding a kill onto Mercer as well. So already things looking pretty good for the side of Honey Badgers here. Looks like they find even more promise Last two players standing here, Mike and Sicko. They desperately need to work together if they want some hope.
Yeah, they're going to desperately cling to something. Mike will be back and offer that wall is tough cover and clocks. He's in the name, he clocks the head of Mike. Sicko. Marshall save. Marshall potentially going to be taken away. Could have swapped out to the Bucky. But Matt, round number 14 taken home by Honey Badgers. It's match series grand final point. Honey Badgers, a astounding performance in this second map, and it's hard to pinpoint one player because it's everybody. Look at that scoreline: 16-6 Cloxy, 16-5 Autumn, 14-6 and 14-4 Jelly D and Suave. Milky, he's led these boys to victory time and time again, and the Honey Badgers have it in them to close it out. Jim Fan Club, Bulldog, a Spectre, Light Shields across the margin. Mike looking to get aggressive one final time, potentially empty as the Bulldog, but the shots don't quite land. The dog is put to rest. Jelly D takes him out. Honey Badgers are storming this tight.
They are going to be rolling out like the Autobots right now. Mike and Sicko at least able to find a couple of kills back though. 3 on 3, could be 2 in a second though. There goes Mike. Spiking down another kill there. Good trade to come out. It's all up to Milky now. 1v2 situation. Mike doesn't know where Milky's playing from exactly, but might catch them off guard. No. Actually going to be placed out towards middle for now. Milky still cautious. Spots Mike. Not able to land the shot.
Mercer though.
Oh. The angle's going to be so tight, Tony.
Oh, the angles are going to be tight. Mike shows a bit towards Maze. Milky can't stick the plant. He can't stick the round. Mike with a huge 4K, lifting his teammates up when they need it most. 4K from Mike puts him atop of the board of Jim Fan Club. Gets them that third round. And gets them some much needed economy, Matt. You can now see not a Bulldog and a half shield Spectre. It's half shields, Bulldog, Guardian, Vandals this time. Ultimate available for Mike. But Honey Badgers, that was just a bonus, Matt. Not expect them to win that normally, but sometimes teams do it and sometimes teams close it there. They've got guns now, and this is where Jim Fan Club are really tested.
See if they can manage something here. Mike already going for some early shots, just trying to keep them away from the green side of things now. Not going to allow them any further forward if Mike can help it. Andy there to support them as well. As soon as his toxic wall goes down. Good trade, though, to open it up there. Mike finds another straight into the rendezvous. 30 HP. Autumn pulling through as well. 3 on 3 situation, it would seem. They've got an opening towards the A site. They don't need to go B here, but they've already found another kill onto Mike. A flank could be in order, though. Mercer gets behind those Mike carriers down. And Party Next Door alongside it. It's up to Autumn again.
Autumn put in a similar scenario. The same two players in almost the same position. Jim Fan Club. I've got a hold of the spike. Of course, the sides swapped this time. It's Autumn trying to get that spike and get the plant down. As opposed to last time he was in this situation where he had to go
30 seconds left.
Defuse. Autumn, 27 seconds. He's waiting for a play to misstep. Sicko has shown some presence over towards that yellow box. They need to swing together. Timing is good. Autumn's able to get towards the back of yellow. He might be able to find the flick, but not quite so. Mercer with a Hero 3 hat trick to keep Jim Fan Club going. A 4th round, still match point for Honey Badgers, but their economy, for once in this game, has been absolutely dwindled to its burning point.
Will be absolutely taken down to the burning point there, Tony. And we shall see exactly what could run through. Heading towards the next section of this here game. As we do dig down straight back into action here. Tour de Force are going to be activated by Jim Fan Club. Looking to bolster their defenses as much as they possibly can here. Honey Badgers already losing a player or two. At least trade one back. Milky good to find Mercer. But they still need to find more than that because Mike is on the hunt.
Spike is on the
remaining.
hunt, and so is Andy. Jelly D's taken out, and it's just 4 Gloxy. That's the Andy we expected to see. That's the Andy we need to see. Gym Fan Club find themselves round number 17. 5 on the board for them, but on that, Sunny Badgers, they got 4, almost 5 ultimates online. Lockdown, Hunter's Fury, Viper's Pit, and Resurrection. Almost one from the Tour de Force. And Gym Fan Club, they've got to buy. They've got some economy behind them now, but they've got the Viper's Pit and the Blade Storm. This is scary. You're going against Honey Badgers, the match and series point on the line, and looking to take home that first place prize. You can see it's the glimmer in their eyes. They just need one more round. Hunter's Fury to come across. The side trying to split Gym Fan Club where they stand, and of course the damage is dealt. The Hunter's Fury only half tags one player, and still Honey Badgers are looking to take. They've been slow orb for the moment. They're going to slow it down a little bit. Viper's Pit is popped. Go towards 8. Honey Badgers, they're going to have to think otherwise.
Spike is down.
Good pick there from Andy, though, towards the middle. Ice wall to come up so they can resurrect their teammate. Pick the spike back up. Let's see if they can find something out of it, however. Looks like Andy now going to be rotating around towards the B side, but the spike is slowly creeping its way up towards A instead. Mercer still maintaining their stance in the Viper's Pit there. May opt to fall off a little bit soon, but at least keeping their position will allow them solid placement over the site.
Mercer with this forward position.
30 seconds left.
And you just heard the announcer, 30 seconds left, Matt. Honey Badgers, they need to make a move, and the move is they pop the Viper's Pit in the Viper's Pit. And of course, you back off from that one, you play a little bit more safe for Autumn, trying to pepper some shots through. Oh, is Mercer able to find 2,
10 seconds
taken
left.
by
Last
Swab,
player
but there's no
standing.
cover now for Swab because that Viper's Pit goes down. It was more helpful than a detriment at that point. Jelly D, 1v4 and Spike's down, nothing he can do. Gym Fan Club, round number 18. Matt, this round starts to piece together slowly. Honey Badgers, it gets a little bit worrying.
This is when they're starting to really gear up, Tony. Starting to get into their element here. Honey Badgers, they need to close this one out as soon as possible, because otherwise we could see a bit of a comeback start to storm its way up from Gym Fan Club here. They've already taken 4 rounds in a row. All they need to do is slip up once, and then that will be the series over. So they have to stay consistent here. Speaking of, we do see Honey Badgers activate the Tour de Force. We're going to do as much damage as possible.
Much damage as possible. Honey Badgers, we talk on it. It's been a masterful display of team performance.
Enemy tag.
Llama out. Hi, our drone. Tags up Jelly D, but this is what we wanted to see. The lockdown finally being thought about here by Honey Badgers. Holds it for a second and will finally place it. This forces everybody off the site. Those double shocks aren't going to take it. And that's all the util really that Gym Fan Club could throw at that ultimate to try and get rid of it. The lockdown goes through. Honey Badgers, they've got the site to take. The wall goes up. The safe plant is going to be in play. That dart scans a few players. The snake's quite underneath. And Milky, he's looking for a lurk. He's not here. But the rest of the Honey Badgers who are trying to get him his fight. Andy dashed on and missed with the knives. The Mike's able to capitalize back off of it. Andy posing a threat now towards the spawn. The Honey Badgers are looking to rotate. It's a trade back. But in 1-1 for Coloxy.
30 seconds left.
And they get that kill. 30 seconds left. 3 players v3. Now 3v2. The rest comes through. It's 4v2. Honey Badgers still trying to go to A, and you start to wonder why.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, I think I might be seeing why, Tony, as Cloxy's found 2 now, looking for the last. Cloxy finds lucky number 5, but there is still going to be a Netic there. 5 seconds remaining. Cloxy might just be running the time here. They've made the wrong call, and that is going to be the round going to Gym Fan Club. So unfortunate. They thought maybe Netic would be on the site, but they've just played themselves in the end.
Yeah, he had time, Matt. 10
Anyone need
seconds. He
anything?
had the cover. He kind of knew that he was around that screen's area, and unfortunately, not what you want to see from Cloxy right now. You would have thought Honey Badgers, that's where they closed it with a huge 4K from Cloxy. In the 4v2 map, I thought the round was done like that. I thought Gym Fan Club 7 surely, but not if Cloxy had anything to say. 22 kills on this stage.
Revealing
All
area.
stage players out there on Icebox. Battle Mage coming through here. Honey Badgers are on an eco. This is a rough situation. Gym Fan Club slowly, round after round, starting to close this gap.
Starting to close the gap here, and could have been looking to do much more. Milky, though, great start there, taking out Mike. 5v4, Andy trying to find the trade. Won't be able to hit the shot this time, but their teammates hit the mark. Taking down 2. McDonald's 101, good to find Netic. Merza posted up, finds another with Andy. 1v3 for Cloxy, and that is going to be done and dusted. Gym Fan Club take 8 here.
Gym Fan Club 8. Honey Badgers, another bye. Matt, it's been 6 straight rounds. Gym Fan Club, this is why this game could have went either way. Honey Badgers are a good Icebox team. Gym Fan Club, they're also a good Icebox team, and this is what I was expecting more of the scoreline a little bit earlier on, but Honey Badgers a blowout first half. It's going to be a timeout. They have to think long and hard. It's getting out of hand. They're 1 round away from taking home the prize. They're 5 individual kills away from taking home that first place in the championship and auto-qualifying to the next season, Matt. Honey Badgers, a team that has been very lackluster in the past year, I have to say. During the VOT circuit, we saw a struggling Honey Badgers. They didn't know what was going wrong. They didn't know who was at fault, and of course they finally got their answer. They got Autumn onto this roster, and they placed respectably in the VOT at the 5th, 6th mark. And Gym Fan Club, of course, this is, you know, an amalgamation of different players, a few fun crew members in there, a few different other rosters, and of course this roster won't be a thing next season. So they're wanting to ride it out one more time, maybe claim a championship, but they're going to have to go deep. 4 more rounds to go to overtime. 2 more to win it after that. And then 13 more to claim the reverse sweep. Yes, we're thinking it's possible, but it's a very far shot from where we are right now. Honey Badgers, 1 more still.
Speaking of, Merza takes down Cloxy there. Autumn goes down as well. Hunter's Fury activated by Sicko. We're going to catch any more of the Honey Badgers players here. Not going to be able to find anyone in this 3 versus 5 situation. Milky, though, looking for more. Andy, good to take out the party next door. 2v5. Spike has not even gone down yet. They haven't found the chance to even activate here. The activation could come through now, though. Pushing through the smoke there is Milky, finding at least a couple of kills in the round, but it will go the way of Gym Fan Club here. My gosh, Tony. 3 more rounds is all they need for overtime. I would be worried if I was on Honey Badgers right now. They've lost 7 rounds in a row.
And as well, after the pause that Autumn caused, that round should have been picked up. Honey Badgers, this would be an unfortunate end to Icebox if they go all the way into overtime and lose at the Gym Fan Club. That breaks a team apart. I have to say, no matter how strong your mental is, you think back on that. You'll think about that for months. Gym Fan Club, they're thinking about making that possibility right now. Anzi, high op shot, dashes away, takes a safer ground here. Honey Badgers got a few guns in play, a few forced guns. Bulldog, Jelly D. He heard the orb go for Netic. Will be able to pick it up. Denied the ultimate orb, Honey Badgers. Also denied the threat of a lurk at A.
There's plenty more threats present and before them, though, Tony. I'm sure they're going to be evaluating them as they come here. Honey Badgers tiptoeing their way forward. Do have the lurk towards the A side in McDonald's 101 as well. Just could find an opener there. Great intel, though, gained by the side of Gym Fan Club here. They know that they're trying to get onto the site. Viper's Pit going to be activated as well, trying to stop them. Merza Gonna be hit by the slow orb there. Still creeping about. Spots one. Milky's down.
30 seconds
Good start there from Mirza. 30 seconds to go, though. Looks like they're trying to flow their way
Oh.
across to A instead. Autumn spots one. Trying to get the other in Mike there. Posted up in Tube. There's not time for this. They need to get across now. Oh,
Last
no.
player
Mike's
standing.
taking him down. Sicko follows through. It's all up to
10
Cloxy
seconds left.
here.
It's up to Cloxy. Jelly D cleared the way, and Cloxy doesn't have the time once again. Unfortunately, forced to go for the kills with that wall in play. An unfortunate. Round number 22, Jim Fan Club find themselves double digits after they were staring them in the face. Man, it was a 10-2 half. Honey Badgers then claimed pistol into the next. It was a 12-2 scoreline. Honey Badgers, they fought tooth and nail through the group stage. They played almost flawlessly, but
I'll find them. Right here.
it can't end like this. Icebox
Right here.
cannot go to Gym Fan Club if you're Honey
Scanning
Badgers.
ahead.
2 more rounds before OT. That starts to get worrisome. Honey Badgers, this is their last buy. Their economy is in absolute shambles.
Absolute shambles. And the opportunities for them could continue to dwindle here. Honey Badgers already losing Cloxy there.
down
Nice
A.
position from Andy on the pipes. Looking to see if they can push up some more. Jim Fan Club feeling so confident, but Milky. Whoa, this could be a major flank. They don't know if their teammates just keep distracting them. Milky could go huge here. Already finds one and two. Milky, this is huge. Party next door finds one as well. Milky's reign of terror has come to an end. My word, the impact they've made.
Oh.
Nedic not able to get the res as well. It's all on Mirza. Oh, Mirza!
should run.
The tap above the box. Lockdown coming through there. Mirza still playing into it though, trying to shut down the lockdown. Managed to do so successfully. Finding McDonald's 101. It's all up to Mirza now. 1v1. But that is it, Tony.
Attackers
Game,
win.
set, and match for Honey Badgers. They take the grand final.
And it finally came down to breaking point. It all stemmed off the back of that threats of the play. And there it is, your Season 2 champions of the XP Open Series, brought to you by Intel Computer Alliance. It's none other than the Badgers that found their honey mat, and they're walking home with our first place prize. And what a hard-fought season it was for them. Honey Badgers, there was a lot of doubts. I had mine, and I have to say, they performed admirably. They went all the way to almost potential overtime here on Icebox. They already had a map victory. They took home Ascent convincingly. They steal away Jim Fan Club's pick, and I have to say, Cloxy atop of the board on the Sage. This man doesn't miss, Matt, and he never will ever again. Suave coming up big in the reposition for that 1v1 to close out the game. A valiant effort from Mirza, a valiant effort from Jim Fan Club overall, but in the end, they are going to be bowing out in that second place. But second's not too bad as well, Matt, for Jim Fan Club, a team that's now going to be disbanding after this season. They walk home high and a little bit of cash in their back pocket.
Certainly going to be satisfied with at least taking away some form of a prize there. Managing to push it all the way into second place is certainly no easy feat. So congratulations to them for taking away second place there. And a big congratulations to Honey Badgers for being our first place champion, taking away $1,000 dues across the season, Tony.
$1,000, rating champions of Season 2 and the order qualification into our next season. Of course, we'll still wait to hear about the dates for that one because we're still kind of working it out. But we know for sure that there will be a third season, and Honey Badgers will be the order qualification into that next one. Matt, that was grand finals, but we've still got another match. We've got our third place one to play out. Rain versus Trident, or ex-Trident, if you can call them that now. He as well, I believe, is another name they're going under at the moment. And of course, we got that one so quickly done. Of course, not so quickly in that second map. My God, it could have been a third, and we could have been waiting for our second match to start. But of course, the players in the end are going to be walking home champions, Matt. Honey Badgers 2-0 Gym Fan Club here in the grand final.
Absolutely. What a fantastic a series this was, and I can't wait to see what these teams may be able to do heading into the future, or what the players may be able to do as well, because I believe you said Gym Fan Club obviously reaching an unfortunate conclusion there, but I'm sure the players won't be too far away around the scene heading into the future. Considering the amount of talent and skill and potential they have, wouldn't be surprised if we see them on another team as well.
Absolutely. I want to see Nedic back for sure. It's always a good thing to see a player come in, rookie split, only been playing a few months, and of course Nedic coming through, showing his diversity in the picks, and also showing that he's a flexible guy in how he plays with his team. Shout out to Gym Fan Club once again. Mike moving over to Rain after the season conclusion, and the rest of them, well, hopefully we'll see him back for our season 3. But Matt, we're going to go to an extended break while we set up for our third place decider. It is going to be Trident taking on Rain in just a little bit. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It was a bit of an extended break, but we're here finally for our third place decider. It is going to be, of course, our lovely friends, he X Trident, whatever you want to call them, taking on Rain. Matt, it has been an absolute wild night so far. We saw very convincing Honey Badgers, but as you can see, running very eyes, upcoming third place match, Rain versus Trident. Of course, we'll be calling him Trident, he X Trident. Of course, they're repping a few names, of course, no longer on this Trident banner, but, you know, happy to ride it out for the final game here in the Open Series 2, brought to you by Computer Alliance and Incel. Matt, we already saw first and second be crowned, and who will be taking home third? Who walks home fourth? Everybody walks home a winner, but still, it's about bragging rights here.
Speaking of bragging rights, let's take a look at the rosters today. Starting off, we do have Rain here. Going to be seeing a Minimize, What, Exus, Maishu, and Bunda here. So definitely eager to see what they are going to be able to do in our third place matchup, because they've had some sparks of potential throughout the season, and we'll see if they can take away third place here tonight.
Yeah, third place is what these teams are after. And Rain, it's an interesting one. Of course, this roster is currently still in the processes of rebuilding. Punda has actually departed this roster, and he's been gone for quite a while. But of course, due to the rules, we have to have Punda play this evening for Rain. So, well, hopefully, you know, he's looking to go out with a bang with his former teammates. Of course, I imagine there hasn't been too much prac with him, so they're just going back to what they know. Maishu, Exus, Want, Minimize, all very sharp individuals, I have to say. Exus, as we said, Matt, and we've seen him in this league, we've seen him in different leagues. Exus has just been picking up the pace in the past few months, and really finding his role on this KO has been absolutely marvelous to see. But on the other end of the pond, the roster they'll be versing this evening, it's going to be Trident in for your viewing pleasure. Of course, Wally out and Profit in, from what I've heard and what I can see. We've got Howie, Mazahong, Calamari, and Blessed. Of course, you'll see some different names in the server, because a few of these players have opted for some name changes, maybe. So some interesting ones. We've got Blessed, I believe, going to be KFC Muncher 279, and then Howie will be Jackie Brown. So, of course, that's the Trident roster in front of you, and a lot of potential, Matt, I have to say, on this roster. Calamari, very great at IGLing and putting together pieces that seemed a little bit lost at times. Of course, Trident a recently put together roster, and of course, there's still a bit of growing pain. There's still a lot of young blood in this roster, so it's good to have an experienced IGL like Calamari.
Absolutely, just really puts in a lot of time into making sure that the right pieces are fitted together to play as effectively as they can be. You could say that they have horse-like strength coming in into their roster with the mind games that can come from the IGL in Calamari there. But we'll see what will come through from the side of Rain as well, as they certainly have plenty of talent to come through as well in this series, Tony. Third place matchup. We'll see which team will be taking away $300 here and which team will be taking away $200. Vetoes are on their way right now, though, and let's take a look at how it's all going to play out.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Bind and Pearl. Pearl this time a first ban. Normally we see teams opt for the late banning stage of that map, but Bind being first ban once again. This time I tried it. Then, of course, we'll be seeing Ascent, our first map. Nothing really crazy in terms of the vetoes. And, you know, of course, we had a talk to Crash behind the scenes. It's kind of the same maps that a lot of these teams opt to go for, especially not having kind of the Pearl or Breeze or the Fracture in their arsenal to work with. The defaults to Ascent and Haven for our first two maps, the Icebox and Breeze being taken out of the pool, means the Fracture will be our decider if we go to it. And, well, Matt, this could be the potential to go all three. Ascent being picked by Trident. I like that pick from them. It's been good, and it's also kind of where they really shine. The team play has been absolutely sensational on that map in other leagues, in this league as well. And, well, for Haven, map number 2, it's a bit of a Rain specialty. And, of course, very, very fair picks for both these teams, I have to say.
Yeah, certainly pretty fair picks to come out across both rosters. Pretty stock standard at the starting stages. Do like the fact that we are seeing the Fracture come through, though. If the series does go all the way to map number 3, I feel like that certainly could be a bit of a game changer because, you know, we don't see as much Fracture coming through lately as maybe I would like. So definitely eager to see if it can take us all the way through to that one as the night plays out here. But starting on Ascent, heading towards Haven, it's going to be a nice, peaceful beginning there. We'll see if the teams want to keep it peaceful, though, or if they want to bring that chaotic energy.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting game in front of us, especially going to our first map being Ascent. And, of course, we've seen what Trident are capable of. Of course, expect to see Calamari on that fade and expect to see Mazahong on the chamber. We've seen that, of course, his teammates have opted to put Mazahong off of an aggressive playmaker duelist like the Jets, like the Rays, and putting him over a more Sentinel character, a more peek and play kind of character like Chamber. Of course, since this is Trident's pick, they're going to have to start that attacking side. Rain on the defense, and we're here live into our second game of this evening. It's our third place decider. Rain versus Trident, wasting no time in the lock-ins. It is going to be Howie onto the Omen. It is going to be Blessed onto the KO. Mazahong to the chamber as expected. Calamari the fade. Nothing really too crazy here, but of course, I'm curious to see what this final pick will be for Trident. Of course, Prophet, he can play anything.
And it's important to have that flexibility there, being able to play basically any character. Curious to see which one it could be this time, though, as obviously most of the rosters are locked in with the Omen, KO, Raze, Fade, and the Killjoy on Rain, followed by Trident locking in the Omen, KO, Chamber, and Fade this time. So the roster's fairly similar, but the key difference there obviously being Chamber at the moment, as well as the Raze and the Killjoy on the side of Rain. Curious to see what Trident's last pick is going to be here, whether they opt for something aggressive, you know, like that Raze coming through, or the Killjoy, whether we could see something else come through here. What kind of pick do you expect, Tony?
Maybe a Sage. Prophet has definitely played Sage in the past. He's played Chamber too. Of course, Mazahong's on that character. The Sage could be out for Prophet this evening, but we're fully waiting out the clock. We haven't seen a hover or a lock-in. We'll be going back to the lobby bat, unfortunately. Prophet a little bit late to that one. So, of course, it's going to be an interesting one, I have to say. What we see from Prophet, maybe he crashed there, who knows. Always bound to be some technical difficulties, but, you know, I was expecting a Sage lock-in. Of course, Prophet, as we said, can play a variety of different roles. We've seen him on the Duelist too, so if Trident want to go that way, they put him on the Duelist, they put him on a Raze, and they play for some aggressive space making. And of course, a Raze always good on this map because there's so many corridors you can clear with the satchels, with the, of course, paint shells, as well as the bomb bot. But for a team like Rain filling in the roster with Punda is going to be an interesting one, I have to say. And, you know, Punda, we've seen him in this league so far. He's had quite a performance, especially when you see him on that duelist, especially on a map like Haven. That's why, of course, we see Haven be our second map. Rain love to play Haven.
And I feel like there's going to be a lot of potential for them to really strike their mark heading towards Haven as well. We'll see if they are going to be able to find the effectiveness through in map number 1 on Ascent, though. Because if Rain can manage to string it together, really just gallop their way through map number 1 there on Ascent, then we might find some great potential from them heading through to Haven. As you've said there, you know, they've got that strength, so if they do find map number 1, we could see a 2-0 series, but the side of X-Trident, they're no pushovers.
Absolutely no pushovers, of course. Last time we saw Rain, at least in terms of a historical perspective, was the VOT over in the lower round 2. Of course, we now go back into our picks. No bans yet, Matt. We don't have enough characters for that at the moment. Well, maybe we'll see bans eventually, but for the moment we are back into our picks, and yeah, it's gonna be Prophet, I think, hovering that raise for the moment. But of course we saw a team like Honey Badgers especially bring out the Sage, but there it is, Prophet locking it in, making my point completely mute. Honey Badgers opting for the no duels composition on a map like Ascent wasn't too bad. Minimize, gee, we'll have the rain up, but it will be the lock into the KJ. Everybody getting back into this one quick and willing. And my thoughts to Punda here on this raise, as we've seen some impressive movement so far this season, and looking to see if he's still got it in this third place decider.
We'll see if they are going to be able to prove if they've still got it, as we do load our way into the series right now. Just slowly but presently getting into it. Here we are, straight in to map number 1 of this best of 3 series here for the third place of our XP Esports League here, and definitely eager to see how it all is going to play out. We do have Rain on our defending side, followed by X-Trident on the attack here. Looks like the buyers coming through already, seeing a flurry of frenzies across both rosters. A little bit of ghost action coming through there as well, more towards the X-Trident side in that regard, however. But both teams are definitely looking to bring out the big guns. Heavy focus on those upgraded pistols. We'll see how it all plays out, though, as we do dive straight in to round number 1.
Round number 1, series number 2, third place match for your playoffs, for the finals here. And for final seedings, the final game of our season 2 map. Of course, is going to be some early smoke cover given over towards mid. Rain, they have to be a little bit cautious of the A play, but also they have to be cautious that they're not over-rotating, because Trident, they're currently situated a few over towards B, and a few just outside of A. Turret is going to be spotted by Mazahong. Frenzies it out. Smoke towards the front of B main. Is going to be a quick pick, though. Blessed to find the first onto Punda.
Good start there. X-Trident. We're going to see if they can find some more, though. Maishu forced to back off towards defender spawn. We'll see if they can push through market now. X-Trident do have the dark cover coming out there. What, though? Looking to push behind them. Did push out the paranoia, so delays them slightly here. Looks like they are going to be able to get onto the site now. Jackie Brown spotting a bit of info, but it seems Watt's presence behind has found a plentiful amount of kills. 2-on-2 situation now. 25 seconds to go. Spike still in their possession for now, but that could quickly change. Exus finds the KFC muncher there. And now it's all on Calamari in the 1v2. Creeping around the corner, the time is ticking down. They're going to make a move, but Exus comes through. And round number 1, it goes to Rain.
Round number 1, Rain, and of course, a little bit of a close affair. Classic, kept by Calamari, a little bit of an interesting thing to note there. There was a ghost available if you wanted to pick it up. Prophet, thinking about the Marshal for a second, but frenzies once again for 3 players here on this X-Trident roster. And Rain, well, winning that round, they're fully forced into this one. Bulldogs across the mark, Spectres, Nabaki for Punda. This could be an interesting play. Getting it aggressive, getting close. Doesn't want to give up that puck either. That gun could be deadly given into the hands of Trident.
See just how deadly it could turn out to be here. As Trident look to venture towards the A side at the moment. Going to be on the other side of the smoke for now. Punda ready to greet them though. Has the boom bot as well as the paint shells. But it seems Trident already trying to catch them off guard. Punda taking a plentiful amount of damage. Does react back with the paint shells. What able to join in as well there. Good start from the Minimize, able to assist as well. All down to Mazwong now. And they will all come shattering down. So well played by Rain there. Not losing a single player, flawless round. And Trident back to the drawing board. But they're on a bye round now.
Yeah, and a small little thing to note, of course, that was just an eco flex. Trident, nothing really they could do, just try to get a kill. But there was an interesting little haunt placement there from Calamari. We'll maybe expect to see into the future of this first half. Over towards the left side above Generator gives complete site control. You're able to spot back site, you're able to spot heaven. You're also able to clear the front of it through a very diverse eye that could have some good potential going into the later stage. But for the moment, it is just going to be a default towards B. There is going to be rain. Look at a B getting, probably going to be swinging in to a few Trident players. And just a second prowler out for Calamari. And they're looking to put the foot down and go. Master Hong taking out Exus on the laneway. He's got the spike. Has to be cautious though. Might shoot and trade it back. He has found another player in front of site. Profit is dropped. Calamari's picked up the spike. Up and plants it. Minimize through. 1v3, does he expect Jackie Brown in B main still though?
Looks like they are going to go for the spike plant now. Minimize ready for it. Does get the hook line and sink a kill, but Jackie Brown is good to get the flank and gets round number 1 in the bank for Trident there. So nice comeback from them. Rain, however, going to be on a bye round of their own now. So it seems that both teams have had a slice of the pie here. And ex-Trident losing 3 players could be a detriment to their economy heading forward. But it's not the end of the world. They still have plenty of cash in order to buy into this one. Let's see how things go, though. Heading forward. 5 seconds to go, Tony. And we are ready for war.
Ready for war. 2 rounds Rain, but 1 back. Means that Trident sitting comfortably going into this potential fort. We do have the null command available. The only ultimate actually online. Tell a lie though, Mazahong has just picked up the ultimate all tour de force.
Play, let's play.
It is going to be popped immediately. Mazahong, of course, didn't opt to buy in this round. Just went for the shields. Very little dig there early on. Profit catching Minimize and forcing him to play safe and further back than he would like right now. Punda, the jump spot over towards A. There is a lot of ground that could be taken towards A because they're so focused on mid, they're so focused on where Profit could be that few players could look to sneak out through.
Tiptoeing their way up now. Azvong and co. Ready to get the show on the road here. The fragment grenade, at least going to be good to isolate them temporarily. You can see Profit here. Trying to clear out middle as well. Minimize. Still going to be tucked away. 1 HP. So dangerous. Luckily down to 26 now instead. Obviously the decay doing its job. Looks like they are going to be able to avoid the Prowler for now. Nice kill coming out from Minimize. Creeping through the dark cover. Finding 1. Exus good for another. 5 versus 3 now. Turn to 4. Calamari opening the door of hope for their team as they take down both players. Oh my word, Calamari, that's the sight.
That's the sight. Plant down. Master Hong posted towards heaven, and this is exactly where Rain are coming. They're looking to give it. Flick up. Master Hong finds a low minimized leg shot was all that's necessary to find it. Odin left for my shoe with the haunt. Tossed out the Prowler out in the open, but a haunt back from Calamari. Forces my shoe to play safe. He's going to swing, but Mazong's just going to stand out in the open. Beautiful shots from Calamari. Second round to the side of Trident.
Great way to bring themselves back up into this one, Tony. 2 for 2 now. Let's try and pull through, reset the economy of Rain here.
Gift.
And we'll see if they are going to be able to continue in this fashion as well. As it looks like the side of Rain are picking up a few little bits and pieces here and there. They got the Sheriff there, a couple of Marshals, Bucky, and the Spectre. So eager to see if they are going to be able to find any defensive kills coming out of this one, or maybe even the round. As Trident early on just look to play for that map control. Don't go too hastily towards anything and give away any potential openings to Rain here.
Potential give it over. Trident. Looking for just holding, playing default for these peaks, and players showed face. And of course, I lost the gun over towards B main, and I don't want to really give that one up at the moment. My shoot. Spectre own over towards mid, and almost the timing there for Bless could have been absolutely detrimental. Shot comes through. Prophet's got the spike. He needs to get out of here. He doesn't need to be holding for the push. 5 HP, satchels away, and bounces through. My shoot. We'll be able to get the Vandal. Tried to walk away with a spike shot. And what misses? Hard to hit that one on a moving target. Now it's just a my shoe, and the 1v4 will be keeping that Nightfall, I imagine, for a future retake. Does still have the Haunt, 1 Prowler, 1 Seize.
Spike planted.
Hard to do. And he is going to be found. Blessed with a great reposition there up on Heaven. A few low HP bars, Matt, but tried it.
No.
They find themselves a convincing third.
Quite convincing way to open it up here. And Trident will be able to find the lead in this instance. We'll see if they are going to be able to maintain it, though. Good at 3 rounds in a row. But Rain now back into the buy zone themselves. They've got 3 ultimates available. Nightfall, as well as from the shadows, and the lockdown there on the side of Trident, though. They do have the Null Command and the Showstopper. So I'm eager to see which team might be able to prevail in this instance, considering the ult advantage there, as it looks like Trident just settling into their defaults early on, playing for a lot of A presence so far. Got a couple top mid, a couple just outside A main, and then they've got the Lurker just playing outside of Pizza right now in Mazahong. Looks like the Prowler trying to clear out the Winery. They're going to try and go for this one very soon. They just need to find that opening. And KFC Muncher might find it. Mazahong, as a matter of fact, might find it themselves. Good chip damage. Minimize going to fall off though.
Yeah, Minimize backing off. There's going to be a shot coming through. Null Command for KFC. Taking out Bunda, and they will clear back. Fidex Sus is safe. Satchel up to high ground. Probably with a small little micro play. Minimize to take out Calamari, and that Showstopper isn't going to quite hit its mark. Null Command now gone. KFC is taken out. Jackie Brown expects the flank red. He's going to teleport into the site. They do have the potential to get this spike down. They have to be cautious because Minimize is still here. Up in Heaven. He's going to be locked down to come through. Jackie Brown peeks the window. My shoes take it out, and that defender lockdown is there. They need to get out of here. They need to get away, far away from the shadows used to rotate all the way over to the B side. Minimize is going to be crossing towards middle, and Prophet could be meeting him on the other end of things, going all the way through spawn. And Minimize, he has to be cautious. He has to know Prophet's coming this direction in just a second. Both opting to play for the slow peak. Jiggle, 30 HP. Down it now to Minimize. Prophet slither himself about single digit shot. Doesn't quite land. Minimize able to find it. Prophet's done more than enough. He's done the damage, and this is a great reposition. Sitting in logs, Minimize isn't going to clear. There's not a chance he's going to expect. Jackie Brown picked that one up. Round number 6 for Trident. Masterful teleport there from Jackie Brown.
Great way to pick up the round there. Jackie Brown will be able to secure number 4 now for Trident. And we'll see if they are going to be able to continue in this direction as well as now. Rain going to be ecoed out mostly again. A couple of Buckies picked up. Sheriff, Frenzy, and the Spectre there. They've got the Null Command available should they need to use it, but I don't see it happening in this round. On the side of Trident, though, they do have Nightfall available. Speaking of utility, though, looks like a suppression has happened from KFC Muncher there, giving away at least one of the members of Rain here. So Trident now going to try and play off that. They've got two players just holding out B main here, seeing if they can manage to smoke one out, perhaps.
And trying to smoke one off. You can see Trident have taken a ton of mid control. There's actually nobody spawn or market here for the side of Rain, and well, Satchel comes in and Trident, they've got all the room to push on through. And will be Profit flying through air, takes out by Shoot. Bucky at range, minimized. Just trying to hold underneath laneway. Will be able to find Blessed. The spike goes down. Wallbang visit potential once again. Jackie Brown to take out Punda. What has traded it back to Mazahong on the cloak. What will be taken to Exus? What do you have to bring to the table? A Spectre, a Flash, a Null Command. He's going to flash himself to spawn, expecting a play to peek from that position, but timing's wrong. He's now going to be a player thinking about the peek. Jackie Brown just going to hold outside of the market. Calamari popping some shots through, sees the head. Exus falls, and 7th round picked up by Trident. That's another one consecutively to their board in Rain. Of course, an eco to that one, but you can't be giving Trident 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, it's a tough situation at the moment, Tony, because they're starting to build up so much momentum. The more rounds they take, the more it's going to whittle down on the morale and the confidence of the Rain team here. They desperately need to see if they can find some kind of opening to stop Trident from pushing their way onto these sites. Opening up the round, though. Trident going for the split here. They got 3 towards the B site, a couple just towards top mid and the A site there. Just using their utility to clear things out into the default before going for anything substantial quite yet. Flash comes out from KFC Muncher there in A main. They're trying to see if they can manage to find anyone. Minimize holding it though, doesn't land the shot, but now their presence is known. So the attackers here in Trident, they can play off of that, see if they can spot something. Speaking of, Calamari says, "Peekaboo, I see you." Taken away, Exus.
Take it away, Exus, a key player. Set Rain up for some potential aggressive control.
I'll find you.
It's going to be Horn. Nice shoot. Not up Mazahong, but I like how passively Trident are playing over towards this B side of the map, especially knowing what my shoe's capable of with that Sova, with that fade. Util comes through. The paranoia set up well, but the Nightfall set out by Calamari, flying into the site. And it's going to be great. Storm's actually going to take out Jackie Brown. Punda. The Herald improves movement, but he lost his actually didn't hit the ultimate. Blew up in his face. KFC to take him out, and Rain now players for this retake, but they've found the frags back. Calamari able to find minimize, and it is
standing.
Calamari out of the 1v1 against what will able to win it out. A valiant effort from Calamari, but Rain, and they're able to push it further. They're able to push Trident to their limits, and will be taking round number 8. But of course, their economy, at what cost was it, Matt? They've lost 4 players in that engagement. Trident 5 rounds in a row means they're cashed up for plenty for the next few.
Cashed up quite significantly for the moment, and we will see if they are going to be able to maintain that as well. Because obviously the side of Rain finally managed to stop the round win streak here of Trident, and certainly are looking to find a way to stake their own claim here. Punda almost managing it, almost catching the head there of one of those top mid players. Speaking of, my shoe does catch Mazahong there towards B main. Will be able to start the streak off well for Rain, but Jackie Brown has found a trade. Looking for another is minimized. It's trades left, right, and center right now, but the opening has gone to the A site, and a spike plan is certainly in order.
Spike plan definitely in order. Profit commanding space with this raise, and can sense how scared Rain are to play against it. Not wanting to overpeak any of their duels, they want to play it a little bit safer. And potential wallbang Odin once again for my shoot. He's looking to spray down, but nobody giving him a headshot angle. All time find the lineup. It's another round to try it on the board. It's 6-3. And once again, Matt, Rain, they won that last round, but After Trident picked this one up, their economy is broken once again.
And a broken economy does spell a rough time ahead of you, Tony. That is for certain. We'll see if Rain can manage to break out of it in the remaining 3 rounds to go, including this one here. They've got the lockdown from the Shadows and the Null Command available. And on the Trident side of things, they've got it from the Shadows as well. 3 enemies suppressed there by KFC Muncher. That's going to be a great indicator to maybe divert the attack towards the other side of the map instead. Looks like they are flashing up short already, using the Prowler to their advantage. They find one, and that's the A site completely opened. They don't know that quite yet, though. They are going to clear it out. Already there's a rotator. I love this lurk from Mazuhong as well. Can easily catch them as they run their way through. Look at this.
Oh.
Nice double kill there. Prophet takes out Punda. And Minimize finds one in the end.
Fish Vandal good sometimes. Oh, Jackie Brown. Oh, God, no. Jackie Brown. It's okay. Bless is there to cover it, but well, Minimize got more than he probably would have expected. Trident, they find 7. Of course, in the end of it, they don't have to lose all so many players, but the economy's good. Doesn't really matter. Rain, it's looking rough. This first half, not going the way they want it. You can see why Trident picked this map. Very strong team on a map like Ascent, where they can really do some subtle fakes, but the splits are just good for a team like Trident, with Calamari on this fade, leading the way. You got 3 players with 9 kills. It's very even across Trident's board.
Absolutely, and you can tell that it's a team game for them just by that alone. Looks like early on, they are going to be able to pick up an ult orb there for KFC Muncher. So just trying to build themselves up a little more here. Punda ready with the paint shells to react upon their approach, and it looks like the approach is ever imminent. Do chuck it down. Prowler going to be stopping them as well. Null Command activated now for Trident as well. Minimize good for the opener there. And Shadows coming out as well. Good kill though onto Punda. And nice reaction as well coming out from Calamari. The things are certainly working out wonderfully for the side of Trident at the moment. Even baiting out a potential rotation there as they use the From the Shadows to just run it back to B instead.
Yeah, this is well faked by Trident. Just so many rounds. Rain have been caught on this over-aggressive rotate. And well, for Trident, side's been taken. Calamari is looking for a great potential point here as the Nightfall comes through the side. Really just got one. Jackie Brown dodging it out for the moment. Prophet able to find it first. Well, Calamari's looking to walk through the smoke. They're not going to expect him here. The Odin is in play. My shoes looking to walk it up. Prowler's out. The cover is blown. Calamari can now hide in the market, but so much pressure on Exos to walk into the site. He has suppressed up Jackie Brown. Needs to play for the time. He's going to go for the swing, hits the mark. Trident are going to be finding themselves round number 11, 8 on the board. Last round before the switch, Matt. This is the most dominant I've seen Trident.
Absolutely, Tony. Really impressed with how they've been playing so far in this opening map. And I really was impressed by the way that Calamari was able to maneuver their way through that round, playing for the late lurk there, you know, playing to try and stab the enemies in the back on the flank, and it worked out wonderfully for them. Definitely a great way to make an impact heading towards these closing statements here. But last round ahead of us, Quarter Force activated immediately there by Trident. They are coming out with a bang, and it looks like they're going to take a bit of damage on their way through short as well.
A bit of damage, showstopper, and here comes Prophet. He's going to sink it with the combination of the Bombard. What doesn't even get a chance to react, and it's another from Prophet. Taking out Exos on the entry. Explosive prowess from Prophet, and well, down to 6 HP. It's what you have to do if you're a duelist. Off to play with a low bar of HP. That fragment tossed out isn't going to stop the lockdown. It's firmly cemented. The spike plane will go down, but they're all funneled into Winery. This is the power of the Killjoy. Now on this defense, the final round, Minimize, finding one on a Prophet. Back now, Masuhong with the Odin. 93 HP. It is tapped by Punda. The rest of them is stopping Masuhong from swinging. He is needing to go for it. Straight out comes through. He can't quite hit the final. Will be able to get it in the end, but Prophet's already stuck it. Oh, sorry, Punda's already stuck it. We swap sides. 4 to 8. Minimize and Rain are able to find that final one. Beautiful lockdown.
So unlucky there for Mazahong there, Tony, as you know, they managed to isolate him in that winery position, and whilst their teammate was able to defuse the spike, so definitely great teamwork coming through from Rain there. Able to come away with a 4-8 scoreline. Not the worst position possible, but it is going to be imperative to their recovery that they do take away the opening pistol round here in the second half. And heading into the bye now, we see the frenzies coming out across both teams. Looks like there is potentially going to be a shorty on Calamari. Nope. Just going to go for the util this time. Rain on the attack, Trident on the defense, and here we go again.
Here we go again. He's going to be Mazong. Headhunter, 4 bullets. No shields. Of course. Getting the cheaper alternative here. The Sheriff half tagging off, minimized. He goes air Funda. Got a bit of movement back after he's been falling a victim to movement here from Trident with Croft getting aggressive. You can see KFC able to take out Punda on that play. And door will be shut. Low HP bars for Trident, but they're still able to get it done. Minimized on this lurk. Overall's top mid. Preston Trident currently knifing out the door. Here's going to be the spike planted. 4v3 retake. Jackie Brown minimized. Make it even, but Jackie Brown and KFC just to storm the site. They know exactly where minimized is, and running gun with frenzy. Pistol meta seems to be different these days, Matt. It's no longer ghosts. It's no longer armor like shields. It's frenzy time.
Frenzy time, definitely going to be a happy time, it would seem, for the side of Trident there, as they do take away the opening pistol round here into the second half. Now looking to bring themselves up even more, but it seems Rain have realized the adequate response here is to force it up themselves, as they do pick up a couple of stingers there, Spectres, and the single Bucky this time. So they're going to try and face them head on. Looks like they're going to rush it out straight towards the A site as well. Already pinging their utility there, just trying to get in position immediately. They already know one player's close by on short. And here they go, straight through the smoke, Tony.
And straight through the smoke. And into the lying hands of Jackie Brown, who's there for 3. And Calamari to follow suit. The spike is down at A. And what could pick it up, but Calamari's looking directly at him. This Bucky is going to be a very disastrous weapon if Mazahong is going to go for that swing. The spike is going to be picked up. Mazahong has heard. Got wallbang. No, Mazahong not in the position you want to be with the Marshall against the Bucky. Break comes through from Calamari to half tag Watt up, who has to move. He will now smoke it off and look to rotate around. So you can see he's actually going to go back, grab himself a Stinger. No, Spectre. Too many guns, too many choices. He's still going to get A. The smoke is towards the front of the site. He's going to sit in Winery. This is potentially a 500 IQ play. If trying to hard to rotate off at the site, but no, they're going to leave one player back of it, jump spotting. Bless just waiting. Watt has spotted it. Down cues given. And Watt's now in a world of trouble in just a second. Satchel out. Damage actually. Down to 23. And sprayed on through the rest of the smoke. Round number 14. Try to take 10. In convincing fashion. Defense, attack, it doesn't matter. It's Trident's map.
Definitely going to be happy with that one there, Tony. Double digits for Trident now. And look to see if they can take much more than that as well. Looks like Rain contemplating forcing up again. Ultimately, may just look to go for an upgraded pistol or two. Marshall being picked up. 2 sheriffs in the frenzy. Looks like things are looking pretty positive for them at the moment. That could change, however, as it looks like Rain are just splitting around the map for the time being, taking it nice and easy before going for anything substantial here. Trident, they're playing pretty passive as well, not looking to dive too deep, as they don't want to give their opponents any unnecessary weaponry.
I don't want to give any unnecessary guns over here to members of Rain. You can see scoped in and sus. I'll be found on that horn. Doesn't. He is going to be heard, though, by the players of Trident. We'll be looking to back up. You can see my shoe holding just outside of B main, but there is a player close with that Bucky. Also has to be a little bit cautious. Nomai's not going to walk up to short. And the split potentially towards A here, but you can see the Trident playing their angles, playing their win condition.
In their win conditions and trying to achieve them right now. KFC, Muncher, and Goat going to be isolated for the moment. Rain trying their best to push through short towards the A site. Calamari prepared though. The smoke does try and see if they can land an ability there. Looks like they're peeked out now though. Maishu finds one. KFC Muncher good for two for the time being. Trying to bait out that spike plant there, but it seems Maishu's gone. 8 seconds to go. And Bunda goes with it. What's still alive, though, in hell will be found eventually, but not before taking Calamari with them, and almost even more. But that is round number 11 now, going the way of Trident.
Trident 11, Rain still 4. A potential final buy here. They're not able to find it. Trident, they walk home with this first map. Very convincing fashion and very quick, I have to say. After what has been an unfortunate side of events here for Rain. Minimize 20 kills on this Killjoy. No one even far to him. Nobody close to double digits. Impression comes out. Knife 0 point towards mid. Doesn't hit Mazong. He's able to teleport. Spike is picked up. Rain, they're playing a little bit more cautious. Especially with the way that Trident have been taking this map control. Looking to show a lot of presence towards mid. Nobody's going to expect what underneath the stairs.
No one's going to expect him this time. And we'll see if those expectations could be defied here. Rain now looking to slither over towards B main this time. Prowler comes through, gets the spot. Minimize able to shut it down before it can truly achieve its goals. Minimize going for the peak. No, unfortunately doesn't land the mark there. Prophet to find one. Now hunting down Calamari. Maishu gets it done. 2v4 now. And it looks like the site control goes the way of Rain.
One enemy remaining.
And site goes to Rain. And what is even spawned to find out Blessed gets the triple for himself. Round number 16 won by Rain, a much crucial one for them because well, Trident, they've won 3 in a row. It's a blowout first half, 8-4. Trident, they went away from match point, 2 away from closing out this game. You can see in a buy coming in, null command available for Blessed. Trident got all the room to work with once again. Of course, Minimize, he's got that lockdown, and Rain opposing a threat. They're all postured towards B.
Postured towards B here, and we'll see. They are going to be able to find their way in. Good rendezvous coming out from Mazuhon there. Going to be able to land the shot. The lockdown, at least pushing the defenders as far away as possible. Open season towards the site will be found for Rain as they go straight for the spike plant. Now we have a 5v5 retake situation on our hands, Tony. This is going to be bloody.
There's 4 players inside. Minimize holding this flank, and it's about to get absolutely chaotic. Hold on to your chairs because Trident are looking to come in for this retake. Face your fears, Trident. Blast packs through for Profit, but he is nightfalled up. Everybody from Trident really is on this hit. Nobody's going to expect, though, that Profit is walking towards the lane wave, though, but Rain, they're fighting the good fight towards the stair side of things. Calamari tuck in the corner, gotcha, takes out Punda. 2 more, 3 more players to find and Minimize still in the main. Null command down, KFC's out, Mazuhong, he's completely gone. He's given up on the retake. Trident, they're going to be dropping another round. Rain is going to be picking up 17. Rain, they're now at 6.
Nice comeback there from Rain, taking 2 rounds in a row now. Things are looking good, but there's still plenty more rounds ahead of them. They need to win 5 rounds in a row if they do want to match the side of Trident here. And Trident only need to win 2. So even if they are more or less ecoed out in this round, bar Mazuhong, gone in the operator, still does give them a bit of room for recovery, considering the round difference here. We'll see how Rain rather plays this one out though, as they look to achieve some ground towards the A site, leaving Minimize to lurk out middle as well, just in case someone tries to lurk their way through short. They know one player's there off the Prowler. Let's see if they can find some more.
Yeah, Mazahong shuts out the null command, and Jackie Brown holding towards Generator. Trying to miss them on an ego, and the saved operator from Mazahong. And they're just finding all the picks right now. Nobody able to walk over onto this A site. No ground given. It's Trident's territory. That is round number 18. It's 12 match point here. Map number 1 in Trident. Spectacular play. It wasn't even the util this time, Matt. We see Trident use some of their util for some fast plays, and that's really what's catching Rain off guard. But this time it was just the shots, the op, and then Jackie Brown playing close gen, swinging out with the Sheriff, and the shots will land. And Rain now 1 away from dropping this map, and they need to fight for glory. Kunda 1 away from the showstopper, so I imagine they're going to try and get him that ultimate. An early knife out, early info given. 3 players on that suppression. Trident, they know that this B hit's coming.
They know that it's coming, and how they prepare for it is going to dictate the pace coming forward. Calamari trying to get some early suppressive fire down through towards middle there. No one really taking any damage so far. Mazuhong now holding the line there. Might be able to catch someone if they do try and transition through towards short, perhaps. The Rain players are thinking about it. They're thinking long and hard, and there it goes. Mazuhong secures 1 there. They're not able to get away from it for free. Jackie Brown are playing off utility as well. Mazuhong pushes up. Oh, gets caught there. Unfortunate, but Jackie Brown still alive. Finds another.
Jackie Brown calling Jackie Chan Profit. Able to take out what over towards top mid, and then will be dropping in. Extra scoped in and traded perfectly by Calamari. And that's, well, the way that game ended is clinical to how Trident played that entire map, man. Crossfires were great, util was great, and there's player there always ready to find the next kill. 13-6, a dominant first map here from Trident against Rain in this 3rd place decider.
Absolutely, Tony. Fantastic way to kick things off into our 3rd place match here. Like, you could tell that there was a lot of potential coming through from both rosters there. Minimize doing a lot of great work on that killjoy for their team in particular. Unfortunately, not able to carry them over the line there, but they still managed to gain 6 rounds there for Rain regardless. But Trident, it just seemed like they just activated something in them this game, Tony. They felt like, it felt almost surreal seeing them play like that in Map 1.
I'll tell you what, man, it was Jackie Brown, it was Calamari, it was Profit as well. It's not far behind with Mazahong and Blessed, I have to say. Supporting cast, 6 plants for Calamari team player. Look at the first blood numbers though here, quickly, before we swap over to our lovely faces. 3 for Jackie, 3 for Profit, 5 for KFC, 1 as well for Mazahong and Calamari. Everybody got involved in those first bloods, and it was all off the util that was being placed. Trident, they played that one perfection almost. We go to map number 2. It's Haven, and it's Rain's pick. Matt, it's going to get absolutely worrisome for a team like Rain if that's how you're playing on the first map.
Yeah, it's going to be quite alarming, to say the least, after a result like that, Tony. You can certainly hope that they're going to be able to play out Haven a bit more effectively there. As you did talk about in the pre-game, Haven could be a map for Rain, so let's see if they live true to your expectations.
And it's going to be an interesting one for sure. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, though, while we set up for Haven. So don't touch that browser. We're back with more Open Series XP action before you know it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to have you back as we're live. XP Open Series number 2 brought to you by Intel and Computer Alliance. Matt, we saw map number 1 go heavily in the favor of Trident because we broke down a lot of what went right for Trident, but because we need to see a little bit more from Rain. It was very, very rough. We need to see a lot more go right for them going into this map number 2. Of course, Haven going to be their pick, but of course, they don't get to start on the side they probably want to. It's going to be the defenders here for Trident, attacking side for Rain, and, well, I have to say, defense side for Trident in that last bit of that game was absolutely sensational to watch.
Couldn't agree with you more there, Tony. Definitely was impressed with how they managed to just string together their gameplay. You could tell that there was high levels of energy, such well synergized gameplay coming through from them towards the end of map 1 there, where they just managed to really buckle down and just hit the ground running there, just like the horses in the Melbourne Cup, you know, looking like to go straight out the gates towards the finish line there. So definitely keen to see if they're going to be able to carry that lightning fast momentum into map number 2 of Haven as well, or whether we do see a bit of stoppage come through, a bit of obstacles put in place by the side of Rain, and they might look to send us through to map 3.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, of course. I'm curious to see as well what compositions we see out of both of these teams. Rain, we know they can opt to bring the Astra if they want to. Trident as well have been known to bring this Astra to a map such as Haven. I believe how he does like to play that character here or there, but as well, Omen's always a capability. And it's going to be interesting to see what we see out of Prophet, because we've seen the Rays. He's back to the duels, so maybe they put him on the duels for the rest of this one. The Rays isn't too bad on a map like Haven, but of course, some of these teams have been opting for the Neon pick as of late.
Yeah, we've noticed a few neons come through in some of our series so far, haven't we, Tony? Definitely like to see, you know, some of their life in the fast lane there, bringing out the overdrive. It has a lot of potential, but you have to play around it correctly. And I feel like there's definitely going to be capabilities for that to occur here as well. But we never know what could happen until the teams lock it in. Obviously, we are going to have it remain a mystery, I guess, for the time being as to what their picks could be until we do get into the lovely agent selection. But Tony, heading in to map number 2 of Haven now. Obviously, Rain need to make some changes. What do you feel like could accurately bring them back up to feeling confident and feeling like they're fired up again after that map 1 loss?
I hopefully get to see Punda on the Rays. You know, we haven't seen him have that impact, but Haven's always a map to watch for a player like Punda. We've seen some impressive satchel movement so far this entire season, even going into the semis that Rain unfortunately lost. It was still Punda showing up big with some of the movement. And you can see he definitely puts the work in behind the scenes. But map number 2, Rain going to be starting the attacking side. A lot of characters being hovered and a lot of characters being locked in. Punda's thinking about the Yoru for a second, but he's definitely been knocked into some sense. Minimize going to be on the Sky. My Shoe to the Breach. Exos going to be on the Chamber this time around. Jackie Brown expected is going to be the Astra out of him. Is going to be blessed onto the Breach. And Prophet, he's thinking about locking in the same thing. Expected comp out of a team like Trident. You opt to bring the Astra and the Breach. It's so good at clearing these corners when you're on that attacking side, but it's also good at holding them if you're a defender.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of potential there to be able to play off that kind of utility, because obviously you can have it as a double-edged sword there, can't you, Tony? Just being able to make use of the flashpoint to head onto the side, or even just to use it to go for some counterplay there as well. We'll see what is going to be locked in towards the end of this pick stage, though. As on Rain, we do have now finalized Sky, Astra, Rays, Breach, and a Chamber. And on Trident, we will have Chamber, Astra, Breach, Rays, and Phased there. So definitely keen to see which of these 2 rosters might be able to find more potential out of their picks, because it's mostly pretty similar, right? The only key difference really coming out in here is the fact that one roster has the Sky and the Chamber there, whereas the other is opting to bring out none other than the Fade this time.
Live now into it. Map number 2. Trident versus Rain for your third place decider. And who walks home with a little bit of extra cash, Matt? It's only up to the players to tell. Rain, of course, a rough first one. Hopefully looking to shake it off and look no further than Haven, of course, Matt. Rain, they love to play this map. It's been one of their tried and tested since the roster's iteration. And, well, for the side of Trident, you can see 3 frenzies being purchased. They might get up in Rain's grill.
Teleport's ready.
See if they are going to get up close and personal heading into this one. Already starting off strong, though. It's like the side of Rain trying to push through a main at the moment. Nice pick there coming out from Prophet. Good trade from My Shoe, however. Calamari trying to do a bit of the same. Not going to find the same success, though. Punda does find Calamari. That's an opening now towards the A site. They're not looking to play off it, though. Pushing towards Mazuhong. What's prepared for this? They actually swing onto it, but no! Mazuhong emerges. Almost takes one with them, but they will go down. So another opening reveals itself towards the C site. Rain aren't running towards it, though. They're still taking it hesitantly.
Yeah, hesitantly. You can see Jackie Brown back of C. He's going to place 1 star up on the groove there. He has rotated off. Very scared. He has pinged where to go for this flank. Rain, they have given the site courtesy of Jackie Brown.
Spike planted.
Will be the star. Place the dink onto the chamber. The swing to come out from Punda. Frenzy v Frenzy. This time it's Punda with the higher HP to win it. Blessed. Able to find one back. A few more players to find. A few low HP bars too. Just needs to find the right line to peek into these players. But of course, you've got the Astra, the full HP Watt, playing it dinked up. So much damage dealt by Trident, but still not quite able to finalize the kills. It's round number 1 of this first half of the second map taken by Rain.
Round number 1 going to be taken away there. Good start from Rain. They managed to find those early picks on the attacking side, lock in on their targets, and it makes them go for gold early on here. Round number 2 now, though. Looks like Trident not going to be picking up too much. They got a Bucky on Prophet, but that's about all they're bringing to the table this time. Looks like already, though, Rain trying to push their way up A long, clearing out as much space as possible. Calamari going to be ready and available to get spotted by the Tasmanian Tiger, and that is going to be the trigger point there. They push in. Jackie Brown finds a trade. Twofold. Okay. Calamari looking to lock in as well. Almost getting the shot there. Nice dink, but unable to sink the kill. Mazuhong might be able to do it. No, nope. Not going to happen. Watt finds the mark. That will be 1 versus 3 here for Prophet.
Yeah, Prophet. He's got a Bucky, man. He can look to drop out window and take out a player, and it's being thought about. And here it is. The execution coming in Batman style, but not going to be able to find the mark. Watt able to take out Prophet for a 3. Round number 2 taken by Rain there, and of course nothing too much to shy away from for Trident for this early stage of the half. I'm going to be into a buy half charge to a few of these ultimates here, though. For the side of Rain, you've got 2 away from the Showstopper and 2 away from the Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder, we've seen that ultimate be quite a detriment to some of these takes, but also a detriment to some of these holds. Trident, you're gonna have to hold strong. Light shield for 1 player, the rest with the full Punda to fly out through mid and fly through the front of B over towards the back side of this. But you can see that Trident are playing this one hot and cold. Mazuhong falls off the site and then falls back into it, takes out Punda. Spike has been planted, but Trident, they've got 5 members here to hold for this retake, and you've even got Calamari on this point.
It's just a hook line and a sinker pincer maneuver, but it seems Minimizer slipped through the cracks there, pushing a ceiling. Trying to go for the defusal now. KFC Muncher locks in the last 2, so the defusal will come through successfully here for Trident. A well played round from then as they take their first now Rain, most likely going to be on to their buy round now as well. However, plenty of cash behind them, and already locking in on those Phantoms and Vandals. We're going to see what kind of damage they can do. Important to note as well, Punda is 1 point away from the showstopper there. I feel like if Punda plays aggressively, takes an opening kill perhaps, or maybe even makes a play for one of the ultimate orbs, they can definitely look to use that one to their advantage to try and steal a round back.
Yeah, they need to steal this round back. You can't afford to be giving a young team like Trident some confidence, especially after what we saw in that last one. Taking out Minimize, hoping on a Jackie Brown, and that's a bit of a sweaty lineup. Not every day you see a player completely wall-banged down there. Minimize, definitely a player that's had a lot of hours in the customs. He's got a lot of info and a lot of knowledge behind him. And Rain, they use that knowledge to get an early pick. The Astra's taken out. That's a lot of hold now taken away from Trident. They can't place stars. They can't place a gravity well to stop Rain from coming in. And they're going to use the Astra that they've got to the advantage. The Rolling Thunder through. Prophet is going to be concussed up in heaven. Punda takes out Mazuhong. That showstopper almost lands point blank onto a player in the smoke. Calamari ends blessed. Taken out immediately. It's up to Prophet. Pull off some sort of heroics, but I don't quite think it's possible, and he doesn't believe in it either. Just going to be holding for the exit. Keep a hold of the Vandal. Walks away, gives the round over to Rain. That means that they're on to 3. And Trident, they're going to be in a little bit of a back foot early on.
Unfortunate outcome for Trident there, but definitely looking good for Rain. They're able to hone in on what makes them so great, and do manage to find a solid leads at the start here. 1-3 in their favor. And we'll see if they can find a few more rounds just like this one. As Trident now left guessing, left wondering what they can do to overcome this. They've got at least a bit of money behind them, so they can buy into this round. Looks like Jackie Brown probably going to be going for the Bulldog, as a matter of fact, instead of the Vandal or Phantom there. So still able to buy out with their team. Not the weapon they'd hoped for, but at least it's good enough. Heading into this round, however, Rain looking to play the default once again. Looks like they're going to go for a bit of mid control actually this time. Try and see if they can play a bit of front B presence, but also see if they can get into the garage. And Portner's ready with the paint shells just to try and clear an opening.
Now the charges. Charge for mid. There's going to be early Prowler out. Minimize. No presence given. Going to be taken up through garage. Jackie Brown. Corner Astral. Calamari has pushed down through C. Long spray through the smoke. I wonder. Nobody's going to expect the wrap from Minimize. Over towards the site. Trident. They leave their garage completely open. And you can't afford to be giving Rain an avenue of opening. Through the site they go, and down goes the plant. You see, there's going to be 3 players attempt look to retake here. Mazuhong, Prophet, and Blessed. Blessed, he's thinking about like do. Minimize, still sitting back site, wall banged out by Prophet, and Rolling Thunder sends Rain packing off of the site and off a long tap shot from Mazuhong, but they both fall. Prophet, and he's going to be Blessed. One tap take out, probably half tap. He's not going to take his ult lined up. Perfect play from Shoe and the Chamber. Rain to find themselves round number 5 and continue the streak going. 2 rounds into 1 into 2 more. And what do you do if you're Trident right now? Of course, they still have a pause available. Matt, we haven't seen any of these teams pause this evening except for Honey Badgers before they were able to eventually close the game out. Trident, Rain, they have the pause available early, but you kind of don't want to use it early when you have so many more rounds to play out in this half.
Yeah, because if you use it up early, then that does give away one piece of utility that you may have to stop the tempo. We'll see how they do play their hand heading forward, though. As they slowly creep up middle this time, they actually catch them off guard. They can hear their enemies tiptoeing around A main. They're waiting for the right timing just to push through this one. This could work out wonderfully. Oh, what? Around the corner, though. They get the spot. Nice opening kill there. Looks like the rest of Rain is trying to play off this, however. Seeker's coming out there. Minimize takes out KFC Muncher. That's the site opened up. Straight into the spike plant here. Trying to go for a bit more. Good opening kill coming through from Minimize. Traded by Mazuhong, but Exus is able to clear house in the end there, taking 5 for Rain. Not a bad way to try and combat it, though, from Trident. They take 2 kills out of the round, do a little impact to the economy. Ultimately, Rain's economy, though, looking pretty solid, so 2 kills won't make much of an impact at the moment.
Yeah, it was a good spray there as well from Exos. I have to say, he's definitely been honed in this game, as are Rain at 6-5, 6-4, Minimize and Punda on top of the board. And 5-2 for my shoe, dying very minimal. Him and Exos. Trident. They've got some ultimates to work with, and they've also got a little bit of an aggressive play over towards C-Long. Long trades 1 for 1. That's Punda taken out of the mix. And one ultimate down. Trident has still got a few more. Jackie Brown sitting in this corner. Perfect transition to find 2. Traded back by Watt, but he's the only member on this side. His teammate Exus is over towards middle, and the paint shells to take Watt out. Exus very late to the party. Not the time to be lurking when your teammates are trying to get into that site. Trying to they hold that bombot even to spot. Exus just can't catch a lucky break. Can't even take out Blessed. Now you see Calamari. He's expecting him to walk up through door position. That's why he's just going to get far away. Over towards the gong. Over of harm's way. Exus. 1 point of shield. 76 points of HP. Calamari to play the off angle and then go for the swing. A little bit of bait and switch. A little bit of cat and mouse from Calamari. Round number 7. We'll be going to Trident. Finally, they pick themselves back up around the map.
Do love to see him bring the glaive down and hit him with the cloak and dagger there, Tony. We'll see how they go heading forward, though, into round number 8 now. As Trident have an abundance of ultimates, they do have pretty decent weapons behind them as well. Rain, though, they've still got a pretty big wallet to play off here. So if they do take away this round, it could destroy Trident's economy again. Like already, though, on both sides, Tour de Force going to be activated. So we'll see who might be able to find their mark first here. As Exos is already trying to hit the shots through towards C-Long. The rest of their team going to slither their way into the garage. Minimize. Might be meeting KFC Muncher face to face right now. Dink comes through. Not able to sink the kill, though. Oh, that was a close one.
Really close one, and you can see that Mazuhong is there to help out his teammate Trident. Now, they have to hold down the C once again. The Cosmic Divide, though, Jack Brown. Now they can play in this crossfire. That actually gives them a better position. KFC's got 2 walls he can duck behind, and Jack Brown is just going to hold this absolute pincer crossfire. It doesn't matter that both walls were in the way. KFC and Jackie Brown take a bow. Absolute masterful play of that one. And Rain, an unfortunate one to drop, as now their economy starts to dwindle a little bit. Trident, they're back into it.
Really impressed with that Cosmic Divide play there. You don't really see something like that too often, you know? Having a bit of a portal type situation there. You know, you're just stuck between 2 ends of the portal with the Cosmic Divides. That will result in quite an interesting situation, to say the least. But looks like Rain already trying to play rather quickly, but trying to do a little bit quicker, it would seem. Already taking away 2 kills. What good to find one back, though. Nice trade onto Mazuhong. Now 4 versus 3 here. Punda trying to play off the satchels. Messes it up in the end, so Jackie Brown finds a kill. 4v2 now, and Rain are forced to slow it down.
Yeah, it's just left to Watt my shoot. 2 flashes, 1 aftershock. Fault line coming up in 10. 1 off the Rolling Thunder. A very hard situation for these last 2 Rain players to be in, especially with how passive Trident are playing. You can see that they've put Jackie Brown on the site, but his teammate all the way back of spawn. 2 players over towards A-Long, trying to get some info. They don't know that Rain's up just yet. Well, Jackie Brown will in just a second, but not the chance to fire a bullet. He's a little bit late to react. Bless, he's just going to wait. He's going to toss out the aftershock. My shoot. will be able to commit to the plant. He will be able to get away scot-free. No damage dealt by Blessed. He's waiting for his teammates to come. Nightfall just to find what? Just to decay him down to a slither of HP to go for the swing in the end. A very interesting use of the ultimate there for Calamari, but just wanted to get that kill, secure that round, take away the gun, and put Rain in economic disarray for this next one. Tried it. 4-5 now.
Anyone need something?
4-5 are starting to really get closer here, Tony. Definitely impressed with the 3-round streak they've found. Now they're starting to make a significant impact on the Rain economy here. Looks like they are getting down to basically their last dollars, heading towards the last 3 rounds of the half here. Rain certainly need to take this one, because otherwise there could be potential for Trident to make their way towards 5, maybe even a 6 rounds. Looks like already Trident using their utility to their advantage, trying to stop those early fast pushes from Rain.
Yeah, an early Prowler, minimize. Has been spotted. Bombot. Bombot as well returned. Yeah. This is going to be an interesting one. The Aftershock is going to be held. Rolling Thunder. What's the thought about for a Stekian Profit? Ouch. The hurt. Odin. Mazholm over at the B site, holding it down. Obliterated Punda. Showstopper close range here, but ooh, this is an aggressive angle from Calamari. He knows that what's going to be in that corner. And Rain, they light up the kill feed just like that. A bit of over-aggression this time for Trident. A valiant effort, but now side stairs for the taking. Gravity, well, pulls one in, but one is able to secure the plant. Jackie Brown 1v3. Matt Rain do have one low HP bar though.
1 HP bar, and there could be many more to find. Jackie Brown, a good opener there. Do see a bit of counter utility coming out from Rain. Jackie Brown trying to use some of their own just to blast their way onto the site. The time is trickling down though. Jackie Brown needs to find something now or never. Brown could reach its ultimate conclusion. There goes one kill. Think time could run out, but at least they might be able to take one with them here. Will be what to secure it in the end though. So 6 rounds for Rain now.
6 rounds Rain. They've already found more than enough for this first half. Anything more would be a bonus after this. Even kind of one of those maps that's pretty even-sided, not one way you can sway it. Interestingly enough, it's what the top of the board this time. Jackie Brown on top of the board here. It's the Astras for both teams that are putting in the work here on Haven, and that's just a credit to how good Astra is a pick on this map. He's now going in for that second last of the half. Tried it.
I've got your trail.
He fell in that one, but they've still got guns. Seeker's early Prowler. This is Rain picking up the pace, and this is Trident whopping up the play. They put Calamari up in the garage window. The Rolling Thunder doesn't hit anybody because Trident, they're playing off the site. Minimize is going to push through, but trade back by Blessed, and now he's going to drop on. Another player can cuss up. Jackie Brown able to find that one. Traded out. Flash out. Great timing, but Exos gets it blind. Profit, he's nowhere near the C site.
Nowhere near, but at least they had time to manage to walk their way over here. It looks like, walk or not, be stealthy. What's going to be able to spot you within a moment? It will be number 7 now, locked in by Rain there. Last round of the half here. And it looks like Rain are starting to get back into the groove, Tony. We'll see if Trident will be able to find at least one round back, take us to a 5-7 scoreline, or whether we could see the 4-8.
4-8 potential. This is not what Trident want right now, but Rain, 4-8 would be great.
Nice spot first.
7-5, not too shabby either. You can see Trident early placing their Astral Stars. They've sent them over towards A, but once again, Rain, it's rinse repeat. B side, Jackie Brown taken extremely low, whereas Mazuhong, he's swinging lower mid, nobody to cover him, and he's been taken out. This is rough now. Cosmic Divide early forced out by Trident. And for Rain, You just rotate out. Nobody really to
There.
put pressure on them. One player pushed through lobby. Profit holding an off angle over towards mid. The warbang comes out, but the satchel doesn't get him to safety. Calamari forced back a little bit. Rain might look to group up over towards A side, or they could look to go B potentially.
Certainly good potential
Want to
there.
fight it?
See if they can tap into that potential now, though. Cosmic Divide activated for Rain here. Trying to see if they can bait out Trident, keep their players towards the C site, whilst their real objective is A, considering they have one player already pushed up towards short,
30
and the
seconds
rest are
left.
looking to follow. Calamari has all the intel.
Oh.
Double spray down.
Down
Spikes
A.
down as well. This is huge for Trident. Trying to play off the utility. The Boombot's chasing Calamari right now.
Last
My
player
word.
standing.
Do find the
Oh.
spike back, but they haven't found the players. Punda, 1 versus 2 now. Good comeback from Punda. 10 seconds to go, though. They found another. It's all going to be up to Calamari, and Calamari finds it. Trident, take 5.
5 million
Switching sides.
IQ. Calamari tucks in that corner in the trigger discipline. Matt, we normally see just players spray that. I've seen it at the top level of Oaths. Teams don't have that discipline in them, but Calamari definitely does. That round was all won by him alone. Even if he were to fall there, 2 was more than enough. The info, the spike. Trident. That's a round they want to win. That's a boon to their confidence. Rain. That might have shaken and put some doubts in their mind going into this pistol. They're now to the defense, tried it down to the attack, and you can see potentially setting up for an aggressive A play, but of course it's just the Haunt. And we'll be interested to see how this goes. 5 to 7 side swap. Under early satchel, early paint. Oh, Maz Hong taking out Exus.
Good kill coming out from Profit as well. 2 in favor of Trident now. We're going to see if they can find a few more as well. Loving the utility usage, but loving the kills from Punda. My gosh. Playing it like they're in the training room right there. Double taps to the head there. Will open things up, but Trident, they're not playing off it. They're still just going to play the mind games here. Look to see where another option may lie before committing towards anything.
You can really take a step back and assess their options.
One enemy
Mazuhom
remaining.
think at range with the frenzy. Normally a closer range gun, but all the way down mid, apparently just a little bit better. Profit is going to be walking up with his teammate, Jackie Brown. They will be looking to plant that spike towards the back of sight. I imagine
Spike planted.
might shoot. He's going to get a move on now. After shock available. And as well, fault line. Going to slowly make the approach through spawn. Walk up through spawn side. You can see that nobody's actually looking this direction, and will be Profit peeking it, jiggling it with low HP. You can't be doing that against a frenzy. Fast fire rate, fast fingers, fast walk into this side, fast feet. The shots. Jackie Brown takes it. Round number 12, won by Trident. 6-7 on the scoreline.
6-7 on the scoreline, and Trident getting closer and closer, it would seem, Tony. See if they can and manage to take the next step as well as they take the opening pistol round in their favor in the second half. Rain now just stuck on the upgraded pistols. Do have a shorty as well as a couple of sheriffs. The frenzy looking pretty stock standard there. We'll see if they can find some reactive kills, though. Nice peek from Watt. Not going to be able to find the kill just yet. A little bit of damage. Prowler comes through. Watt being caught. Forced to back away as quick as lightning. Good to see Trident taking that early control there, but Rain still doing a good job to keep them at bay despite being on their eco.
Yeah, despite being on an eco, they have to be cautious. Minimize. Has pushed through lobby. 3 players over towards C now, looking to wrap through garage, and that's, well, near where the spike is for Trident right now. Rain looking to get a little bit antsy. can hear all the footsteps too. This is great information. Jackie Brown to place the stars. That seldom sells that it might be the C take. Mort comes out towards the back as sight cleared. Watt able to take Jackie Brown, and Bunda able to find another, but they have to be cautious because Watt has picked up a Spectre. Now he's gonna go Ghost here in Garage. You can see that Mazuhong gets stuck in the corner. Calamari's got his spawn, and both have to be cautious. Both players are gonna come up the garage, jump up through the window. Now they trade positions. They turn attention. Other sides. Nobody at long. Great flash teleport. Mazuhong's out of there. Leaves it up to Calamari.
One enemy remaining.
Gets around the site. Takes out Watt. One more player. Minimize. Is going to swing out. Hit the shot. Almost a second. The Mazuhong with the crouch peek that time. Double digits. Going double. Huge plays. Mazuhong 7-7. Trident and Rain. This is second map again. Trident, they took first convincingly, but this one, it's Haven. It's always a one to watch for if you're a team like Rain. I like to play very close affairs on this one.
Certainly you're looking good at the moment, Tony, that is for sure. And we'll see if they can maintain this momentum they've started to build here. They had a confident first map. This one are looking a bit closer though. Looks like Trident now, however, taking point onto the B site. Let's see if they can catch anyone. Exas, almost managed to dive into the Hornet's nest there. Prophet pushing straight into them. Does get shut down. Will be a Mazuhong looking to go for a flank now. Don't realize it, but it seems that Bunda's realized a thing or two. Mazuhong finding one there, looking for another alongside Calamari. 2v2 now. Trident very damaged. They take a bit more. Punda, good to lock in one. Bomb buddy out. Calamari ready to peek. Spots one, takes him out. Bomb buddy down. Calamari's ready, but not ready enough. Maishu takes it away for Rain, and they're back on top.
And that was such a wacky round, I feel, for our Observer Crash, because there's so much action going on at split-second intervals there. There was two players backside for Rain. There was two players in CT spawn for Trident, and of course the push was coming through long at the same time for Mazuhong. You see that, well, that round doesn't go Trident's way, but they still have a buy. Rain forced down to a slither of cash. Only a Stinger of two pistols being brought to the table. Ideally, Trident, this is where they can even it up, but of course, this is crazy things on these Thrifties so far tonight, man.
We certainly have, Tony, and I feel like this is only the beginning of what kind of great things we could see, as there's still plenty room for more on the table here. Looks like Trident now just taking things slow, looking to get that middle presence. Punda just really thinking about peeking into them. Just really antsy at the moment. Do spot the gun barrel, go for the shot, and there it is, the opener for Punda. Nicely placed shot there, and they might even be able to steal a gun off that one. Great reaction from Rain as well, just trying to stop Trident from getting onto the side. Boombot takes out Maishu, and Punda goes down as well. It seems it's now working out wonderfully for Trident here. They go for the spike plant. Rain, get the spot there. Exas not able to lock in the shot though. 4v2.
Jackie Brown up in window. One and minimized. You're going to hear the jump up there. Jackie Brown is spotting for it, looking for another onto Watt. Slow it down, but he is going to be swung. Calamari from middle. Jackie Brown from window. Tried it. The 8th round, Matt. Rain, unfortunate. But of course, bonus not going to go their way, but they still have the cash for this 5th in the second half. Tied scoreline. And 2 available for both sides. Cosmic Divide's online. Showstopper as well. Mazuhong has the Tour de Force. Probably going to save that if Trident are forced down to an eco. Both teams have the cash. Trident got a little bit more.
A little bit more could make all the difference here. Play Trident already. Trying to bait out the A site with a bit of utility on the flashpoint there. He's going to be fed by the guiding light. Now looking to use the Prowler just to clear out close and see if anyone's holding it. No one going to be giving themselves away just yet. Calamari looking to make a setup as well here. Just trying to make sure that they really sell this potential push towards the A site whilst they attempt to work their way through middle. See if they can get some control now through Garage. Looks like as they do that, Profit's going to go bye-bye.
Yep, sayonara, Prophet. Hello, Rain Man advantage. Look at a flash through with the drop, but Jackie Brown, the one that wasn't blinded, is going to be looking to walk it up. They've got the Cosmic Divide down on this east side, and they have spotted up another player, Exus. Everybody's trying to wallbang the wall, but I don't think the Vandals have enough penetration power for that one. Rain will send it through with a showstopper, but it's Mazol there to trade it. There's so many players just fighting Garage right now, and Trident, they don't really need to be still there right now. Rain forced into the 1-2 now. It is what almost lining up. That was scary for a second, Matt, but Trident, that's Jackie Brown coming up clutch. Round number 17. It's a 1-round lead now taken by Trident.
1-round lead could turn into 2, considering Rain are going to be pretty much ecoed out here. Only able to buy up some upgraded pistols, maybe light armor. And that is going to be it. We'll see if they can find something though, because, you know, even if they are at a detriment for now, don't count them out of the round. Rain still have that potential. Anything is possible here. Guiding Light coming out early on though. Prowler good to force a Punda back and creating a bit of an opening here for Trident. They're not going to use it to their advantage quite yet though, but it looks like it could change quickly. Mazahong and now KFC Muncher finding a couple between them. Only one more player left on this A site. Maishu tucked away around the long corner. Ready to see if anyone's peeking. Prophet playing up high, does find the kill. Reaching for the sky. Punda around the corner with the buck. He finds one. Going straight into the rest of the enemies though. It will be left to what now in a 1v4, Tony?
1v4 for what? Marshall in hand.
Spike planted.
As the plant goes down here for Trident. Spots up Jackie Brown, almost actually finds that kill. Good flick from what? Fault line comes through. They know that there is going to be a player peeking that CT door in just a second. And it's going to be a shot. Very nice flick from what? Taking out Blessed. And you'll see that Trident, they're playing to the win conditions. They don't need to swing into what? They don't need to give him any more than just one kill. Keeping 3 alive, keep it healthy. Trident, they've got the money to work with. Rain now. They're back to a bye once again, Matt. But Trident, they win this. It could be match point before we know it. 3 ultimates online for Minimize, My Shoe, and Exus. Those are ultimates online as well for side of Rain. Inside of Trident 2, you've got Tour de Force, Rolling Thunder, and the Showstopper. And Trident, with these ultimates, they can go for an explosive hit towards C, but Exus, he fires off an explosive shots. The Rolling Thunder's down to the C site. Showstopper pulled by Prophet. Nobody here on this site for Rain. They back it off. They do what Trident did in the defense. They allow them to have the site and just play for the retake.
Playing for the retake now. Looking to see what else they can find. Rain at least find 1 kill onto Calamari there. Rolling Thunder comes through, however. They are able to find a lot more off of it. Prophet, though, still going to be alive. Paint shells come out. Trying to stop this defusal here. Not going to land it. Tour de Force, just too powerful. And it will result in Rain taken away. Another round in their favor. Only 1 round the difference.
1 round the difference. And you can see
Right there.
round number 19 going to Rain. Matt, this is getting very, very close. Not like our last map at all. Try to steamroll through Ascent. Rain their pick, and well, Trident, they've still got the round lead for the moment, but Rain one away from stabilizing this game and taking a round lead of their own potentially. I have to say, some of these hits have been explosive for Trident, and some of them have been a little bit rough. Rain really found they're putting in some of these defensive side rounds. The attack side as well was great from them. Exas getting aggressive, but not even a wall, not even a tag there on that shot. I thought it hit the leg at least. And tried it. I'm thankful that that one didn't quite register.
Certainly going to be happy with that result for the moment. We'll see if they are going to find something that does register. Heading forward, though. Flashpoint ready to be activated. There it goes. KFC, Muncher, and Co now taking this B-side control. Nightfall to come out as well here. Trident just desperately trying to get that control of the site. Do manage to get the spike down now, but down with it goes Mazuhong. See if they can find anything else. Minimize. Breaks through the smoke. Finds one with the Tasmanian Tiger. They're trying to spray him down. Abunda good for it onto Profit. Calamari falling as well in Gravity Well. Things going to fall apart, but Jackie Brown finds two. Three remain flashed out. This is a dangerous situation. They find another. Jackie Brown, surely not. They're playing off this. Stopping it! Jackie Brown takes away the ace. 11 rounds for Trident. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe it. Jackie Brown, he was scoped in for that third kill, Matt. Normally you have a slower fire rate with that one, but he's able to find the kill, and then Rain, they overpeak, they double up, and that's a pause. It's for Trident though, because they now need to cool down. Jackie Brown, Matt, I have to say, he has been playing sensational. You don't know who this guy is, it's Howie from the former Trident roster. He's changed his name up, but still, he's such a demon on this controller. Absolutely huge clutch. Trident now, with this round, they've got Rain on the ropes. The economy's not great. Rain, they know they have to force into this one. Trident, they could have match point, and they could have the game just after this one round alone. It make or breaks this series. Rain, they can't afford to lose.
It is critical that they do take this one away, Tony, because otherwise we will see Trident on map and series points here. Rain need to do everything within their power to win every single round coming forward. Otherwise, it could all be over within the blink of an eye. But we are into round number 21 now. Trident looking to completely commit towards Z-Long at the moment. Do have one in Mazuhong now. Falling back towards middle, however, just in case we see a little peek or two. Looks like Trident's given away their position now, however. Exas ready to peek off their teammate. Do spot Profit there. Looks like a Cosmic Divide will come through already. 1-for-1 trade following it. The rotation from Rain looking strong, but will it be strong enough? It's all going to be decided here. They find two kills, absolutely obliterating them. And it's all going to be up to Mazuhong now in a 1v4.
1v4, and the players up on the high ground. One from Bunda. The Minimize to take 3, get himself to the Seekers. Round number 21 taken by Rain. 11-10 go our scoreline, Matt, and that shakes it up. We were telling that trying to win that round, Rain are broken for the last few rounds of this game in regulation, but Trident, they don't have the money now. Rain, they can look for 11. And for Trident, they're looking to steal away those guns. It's all on these next few rounds, Matt. The pressure definitely surmounting from what was a very close first half, and a very dominant first game just completely changed up the storyline here. Exas able to find the first pick to Profit. He's going to back up, take a high angle. Mazuhong has walked through that smoke, and nobody knows Mazuhong's here. He's able to sneak a kill onto my shoe. He's able to live for the moment, but Exas is at the high ground for a reason. Takes it, trades it. And 3 players left for trying to get onto the A side.
Trying their best to get onto it now. Bunda gonna be ready for them. Though good satchel opens up a kill. Minimize finds one as well. Calamari trying their best to get one also, but it will not be. 11-11 now, Tony. Make a wish, because this game is almost at the finish line.
almost to conclusion, but it's far from over. You can see 11-11. Both teams have a bye. Rain, they've got economy. Even if they were to lose this one, they have a bye for the next. Trident, 2 away, taking home the 3rd place crown. Rain, 2 away from sending us to our 3rd and final match. 3 ults at the line for Rain and 4. Side Trident. Nobody there to meet Punda's showstopper early on. It's going to be the swing from Mazuhong to take down my shoe. Showstopper on the flank to catch Mazuhong, who teleported back, didn't even know what hit him. Profit. It's going to take out what before he can even place any util. Aggressive peek after aggressive peek. Trident know how to capitalize against Astra. Rolling Thunder comes through off your feet. Calamari shaken up. Jackie Brown, though, still there to frag when Trident need it most. Jackie Brown has been huge this game. It's been huge that round. 12 match series, 3rd place point for Trident.
Oh my word, Tony. They are right on the cusp. This round, it all comes down to this. Certainly going to have to see quite the approach from both teams here. Whether we see Trident take it away here and now, whether we see Rain bring it through towards overtime. It's going to have to be quite the approach from both of these teams in order to make it happen. But Trident, they're looking to take it slow towards A main at the moment. Might be spotting my shoe. Nice jump peek there. Not going to be taken out quite yet. Just playing for intel at the moment. My shoe still hovering around the tower though. Does have the teammate nearby as well. Tasmanian Tiger comes out. Info with it. Rotation could be in order, but they're not doing it quite yet.
Gravity Well comes through. Seekers, showstopper, makeup, Calamari to find the first pick, but nobody's cleared for my shoe. Actually will be checked by Calamari, and now Trident have strolled their way into the site. 2 players to go up through heaven. That cosmic divide. Mazuhong on this flank line. Perfect. Is looking to push through the door. Exus to find one, but Jackie Brown, baby, all day of the week finding these kills for Trident. Face your fears. Exus is 3v1. Sees to come out. The Haunt has already decayed. Exus is going to be dropped. Jump shot for Profit. 13-11. 2-0. Trident take the game, the series, and the 3rd place crown off of the reigning champions. Rain, they fall 0-2.
My gosh, Tony, what a spectacle of a match coming through there towards Map 2. Really thought we could see it go even further beyond towards that overtime, but Trident managed to clean it up, taking it away 13-11 there. Certainly impressed.
And we take a look at this scoreboard as we see the game conclude. Jackie Brown, baby, 26-15. 2 first bloods, 3 plants. Mazuhong with 7 first bloods.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
That is such an insane game. I just heard a GG's have a good night. I believe that was Mazuhong saying through there. And of course, always a guy of great sportsmanship. You love to hear it from Trident, taking home 3rd place. And my God, did they do it, Matt? Rain with Punda, I have to say, and I have to give them credit. You know, they've been practicing with a different player completely. Scrims have been with Mike, of course, from the Gym Fan Club roster, as he's now officially on. But Punda coming back. Props to Punda for coming back for these final few games here for Rain. But unfortunately, that is the reigning champions, the team that got auto-injected into this seed. They bow out in 4th. Trident, they take home 3rd, and they take themselves home a lovely lump sum of cash.
Absolutely, Tony. That will be taken away at $300 to be exact there. Rain going to be taken away at $200 there. And out of our first series, we'll see Gym Fan Club taking away $500 dues as well as $1,000 going to the side of Honey Badgers there. So definitely good stakes, to say the least, being split out across all of the teams. A big shout out to Intel as well for supporting us with our prize pool there throughout the XP Valorant Open Series Season 2 here. Definitely keen to see more out of the later season.
Absolutely. Keen to see more. As we said, season 3 underway. Of course, we don't have any dates yet for you, unfortunately. So, of course, you'll have to keep your eyes peeled to the Twitter page at XP Valorant Esports. But, Matt, it has been a absolutely crazy season. It's shown that there's so much life still left in the scene after VOT's finished. Everybody's like, all right, what do we do now? What's going on? What tournaments are still being run? Is there anything still to play for? Absolutely, there is. Honey Badgers, they showed that there is so much more to play for. Trident, Rain, they showed that there's third place to play for, but that was such a close-knit game. Haven could have went either way, just one round the difference, and it was that huge crossfire. I have to say, the round that stuck out to me was that crossfire with those two Cosmic Divides up. Massive round to find the final there for Trident, and that's really what got them over the end of the line in the swing of things. Confidence through, games done. We take a look at our top 4 placement, our final look at who took home the cash, Matt. As you said, $200 for Rain, $300 for Trident, $500 for Gym Fan Club. Honey Badgers walking home with a cool 1,000 AUD, courtesy of Intel and Computer Alliance. Matt, it's been a pleasure to share the spotlight with you, my friend, and the teams. They've been sharing the spotlight all season. Hopefully we'll see them back for season 3. Honey Badgers, they get that auto inject slot to season 3, and they get to play for a little bit more cash next time, of course, once we see season 3 happen. But Matt, it's been a crazy night. Any final words before we wrap it up?
Big shout out to all the teams once again for putting on one hell of a show all throughout the season. Super excited to see maybe if we have some returning faces or maybe even some new ones heading towards season 3. Definitely keep your eyes out for information on that one in the coming weeks or months, but it will be around in the future regardless.
And a shout out to our admin team running all of it behind the scenes. Alex, Crash, as well as our lovely friend Tim, to getting the players and getting everything sorted in terms of the vetoes. It wouldn't have been possible without them. A shout out to you all in chat that joined us this evening and throughout the evenings that we've been doing the Open Series number 2. A shout out to us. You can follow us on Twitter. Drop us a DM if you liked what you heard, or if you didn't and you got some criticism for us, always happy to hear it. So drop some DMs through and let us know if you enjoyed or if you didn't. It's always a pleasure, as always. This has been the Valorant Open Series number 2, brought to you by Intel and Computer Alliance.